Hey everybody, it's me, it's him, but there's no pickle. Already on fucking episode 2 of our new show, it's just me and him. It's Dawn, it's Justin.
What's up?
There are no pickles. The pickles don't exist. The two pickles both have things going on tonight. So there are no pickles, so we can't do our catchy new intro. It's just me and him talking about pickles. But hey, well, I actually feel like we maybe scared a few people away because our numbers on our show last week were way down from our show the week before. You know, we faked everybody that like we were going away. I was like,
idiots.
I was like, where did everybody go? I'm like, I don't know. People had a hard time finding us. The other thing is, I think I created a new playlist, so sometimes it doesn't show up. Maybe they only go off the playlist, you know. I'm like, uh-oh. So, no, we didn't go away. You idiots. People just haven't found it yet. Or maybe they just don't care. So, yeah, it's just me and the cheese over here. Just hanging out. We went to Mission Barbecue. And now we're just here without anybody else. But it don't stop us. Because we have things for you today.
We do.
You almost knocked that fucking monitor.
I did. It's new. My knee hits it. Nothing really going on in the Marvel Sony space.
All right, end of the show then.
Got a little bit of Warner Brothers news. Got a little bit of DC news. New animated project for Disney coming up soon. We had some Oscars records broken this year. Netflix signed a new deal with a new animation studio for anime. Got some trailers. Got some sports news. Not good sports news.
No.
But yeah, so that's what we're doing this week.
We got lots of things, but we probably won't talk about any wrestling. Well, I say that, but we'll see. Because we never know. Brock may still join us. You never know.
He might. We might get one pickle with us tonight.
He might get a pickle or two. We'll see. But yeah, this weekend we will give Mr. Ken is busy because it's the Butler Area Toy Show from KRG Entertainment on Saturday. So if you're in the Pittsburgh region, somewhere around here, and you want to come up to Butler, 9:30 is the early bird if you bought tickets online. Regular people are regular people. 11 o'clock, 11 to 4, Clearview Mall. Up in Butler. New location.
Yeah, they are in a new spot in the mall, but it's same mall.
Same mall. So if you're around, come up, see the guys, buy some toys, buy some comics.
Come and cosplay and compete in the competition.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that. And then have your last bit of fun before the world ends.
Snowmageddon 26.
Snowmageddon! If you're listening to the show, it means you didn't go buy toilet paper, milk, eggs, fucking canned goods. I went to Walmart today. I usually go to Walmart on my lunch break on Thursdays because there's no one there, right? The entire place was packed. Everyone buying. Some fucking lady was buying 6 boxes of cornflakes. I'm like, what do you need 6 boxes of cornflakes for? Maybe that's her normal thing, and I judged her.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? But I thought it was panic mode. There were so many old people panic mode in there. Toilet paper, water, all this stuff. Then I go to Home Depot to buy salt for the rock salt, and there's a guy buying a generator. I was like, damn, he's like, they really scared him. He got a generator.
That's one of those things that, like, I always think about it, but then I'm like, do I really want to spend $1,000? I might use it once a year.
If that, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, I've thought about a generator before, but I don't know. I mean, it would fucking suck if electric goes out. It will get cold.
Yeah.
But, you know.
There's hotels in the area.
Would they power be out there, though?
It depends on where the power,
Where the power goes out at, yeah. Now, we do have, like, gas-powered fireplace. Would that still work, even if power's out?
You're definitely going to have to light it yourself.
Yeah, well, we do already, yeah.
Oh, you don't have a... You're okay. You're supposed to go with a switch.
No.
That should work, I would think.
So you just sit in front of that, bundle up. light a fire on your porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Who knows with this snowstorm? It's affecting most of the country.
Yeah.
A good part of the country. I mean, it's people in the South. We're in Pittsburgh, obviously. But when you're people south, they might be getting ice.
Yeah, Virginia's supposed to get ice.
Some people are saying 3 inches of fucking ice.
That's insanity.
I mean, you just have to get skates and skate all over the place. Hockey teams will love it. Just be skating around the whole town. You need that fucking car from Batman and Robin. Remember the one when they fought Mr. Freeze? It had like
the spikes came out of the tires.
He had that. Mr. Freeze had that, but Batman had a thing that just had like ice skates. It was on the cars, just like ice.
Oh yeah.
And then Robin had like a hover boat. But Batgirl still had a motorcycle. I was like, how's that working on the thing?
I mean, they make spike tires for those. They do ice. They do lake racing.
But Batman literally had a thing that had 2 skate blades with a rocket on the back of it. And he was skating around. How you stop in that, I have no idea. What brakes would you use? But that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a Mr. Freeze car.
Yeah.
Or we'll get nothing.
Or just stay home.
Yeah, or just stay home. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about the southern part is if that does happen, it will warm up faster than
a lot more quickly than it will here.
Here it ain't going to warm up.
Yeah, if we get 10 inches of snow, we're going to have 10 inches of snow until April.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know, every day when I drive past Target, they still have a couple little snow mounds from the last big snow. I was like, well, you almost made it.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have snow mounds till fucking May probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Who knows? You know, kind of hunker down, as they say. And
yeah, nothing you can do about it. It's either gonna snow or it's not. And
my thing is, I don't know when to go out and start shoveling.
Like I said, we talked about this a little bit at dinner. The weather people.
What if everybody here was like, "No, we didn't. I had dinner. We didn't."
The weather people that I trust:
Scott
Harbaugh,
Jim Harbaugh's younger brother.
Said it's the bulk of the snow is supposed to be done by 8:00 Sunday night.
Yeah, so you're not shoveling at night.
Well, my snowblower's got a headlight on it.
Well, you don't really have neighbors next by. You could be running a snowblower.
Oh, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. You're gonna be out there with the headlight 9:00 at night.
Hell yeah.
Just plowing.
Bundled up in my ski suit. It's got heated hand grips on it.
Oh, that's nice.
The only thing it doesn't have...
Heated hand grips and it's like 30 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't have...
Your grandpa had to pay a fortune for that thing back in the day.
Oh, I'm sure. The only thing that didn't come over is he had a canopy for it. That would like block the wind coming at you. And so you had the heated hand grips and this big plastic canopy in front of you, but somehow that didn't come with it. So
yeah. Little snowblower you have can't handle this.
No.
You have to bring out the big guns.
Well, my little snowblower, I can't get started. I think I need a carburetor just like you do.
Oh yeah, fucking snowblowers.
In the spring, we'll have a snowblower fixing party.
Yeah.
Bring you got the truck now, so bring it down to my house.
And then we won't need
we'll get them both up on a
Why don't we do that before spring? Why don't we try to do that after? Obviously, we can't do it before this snow. But why don't we try to do that, I don't know, maybe like in a week or so, because you're going to get more snow.
All right, whatever.
Fix these damn snow blowers so I can use them. Don't worry, my new neighbor, Mr. Phil, he's going to come over and help me out. We're gonna get it done.
Well, that's what I got this big snowblower out. It's very possible my neighbor's going to bring the tractor over before I'm ready to go outside.
Yeah, your new neighbor's cool. I was trying to tell Saber about this, and I said, "Yeah, my neighbor's going to come over." I was like, "We're going to try and get it. We're going to try and take 6 inches at a time." She was like, "What are you doing with the new neighbor?" I was like, "No, stop it." I was like, "Don't talk about the new neighbor like that." Outside taking 6 inches at a time. Tag teaming. That's what we're doing.
Oof.
So yeah, we'll see what the snowpocalypse what happens.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I figure I spent about an hour and a half trying to get the snowblower out of my back shed, drag it up to the garage because I couldn't get it started back there because it's an electric start. So it took me like an hour and a half, back pain to drag it out to the front, and then it started right up. And I put it in the garage, and it's all ready to go.
Where was it in that back shed?
It's in my way back shed. So since I did that, and I took all the effort to get it out,
it's not going to
snow now.
All right. And I made a special trip to Home Depot, so no.
Yeah.
I bought the expensive salt.
Oh.
So, the one that it'll work in -25. That's that good shit. It's like lava.
If it's -25, I don't give a shit what's going on. I'm not leaving the house.
I got to get that driveway. That driveway's got to be clear. Nothing irritates me more than when my driveway's not shoveled and someone drives over it. I mean, it wrecks my fucking day. It makes me so mad. I'm like, you drove on my snow. I'm like, why would you drive on my snow? Now I'm just gonna have a nice clean driveway with some tire marks, because you walked on it or you drove on it.
Bastards.
So we will see if we're here next week talking about this.
How much snow we had to shovel.
Actually, I don't think I'm here next week. I have to go to this Penguin game.
That's right. So probably no show next week.
Well, I don't know what time I probably won't be back for it.
No, probably not.
God damn it. Maybe I can get out of it somehow. Let's see if Don can get out of doing things with his wife and family. Let's see if I can get out of it.
Isn't it the Blackhawks?
I could give two shits about the Blackhawks. All right? They suck dick. I don't care about them.
We could go and see Crosby on his legendary run.
I don't want to go down there at all. I hate fucking going to the city of Pittsburgh. I can't stand being down there, parking, eating. Yeah. See, I get trapped in these things with my kids when my wife will say, "Oh, they invited us to go to this with them." I'm like, "What do you mean they invited us?" "Well, they invited us to go along." And I'm like, "Does that mean they invited us so we pay for it?" "That's not what it means. They just want to hang out." I was like, "Yeah, but then we reach for it. We get the check every time." So I know the plan. I know the invite plan.
Who bought the tickets?
Us. But, I mean, we split the tickets. But, well, that's fine. But it'll be the parking, the dinner before, the beers during the game. I know how they play. I know how these fuckers work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes they invite us to dinner. "We got invited to dinner. They're in town." I'm like, what's that mean, invite? When it means you invited me to dinner, it means that you're paying. But these assholes never reach for checks.
You should take one car, because they're going to have beers during the game, so we shouldn't be driving home after the game. Mm-hmm. So you should all take one car, and you should make him pay for parking.
That's how it goes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Then I just get called old and miserable. So, that's what happens. You kind of agree, right?
I mean...
Speaking of being old, so...
Good segue.
And I wish Ken and Brock could hear this story, but, they've known about it. Yesterday, my wife likes to put things at the top of the steps that go into our basement. And if you follow me on Facebook, you've already seen this. But she put a little snow ice scraper that had kind of like a rounded handle. And, of course, I had my socks on that are slippery. And I was carrying a plate of food and a drink and a bunch of other shit. And I stepped on it and I went flying down my steps. And put my foot into a poster and destroyed it. Yanked another one off the wall. Got salad all over my head and floor and all sorts of shit. So it was a fucking disaster. And I hurt my tailbone. You saw the video. The sound of it alone is... I think I'm going to play the sound for people here.
I was going to say, maybe we should put this up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, I already put it on the TikTok page. I'll have to put it on the YouTube. But for people that... Because this isn't no copyright laws. You can't get in trouble. But I am playing the Jim Cornette podcast in the background, which is funny.
Which makes it even more funny.
Yeah. All right. So... This is me listening to it about to go down the steps, and you can hear the sound effect.
And it just one of these guys with every bit
The crash sound is so loud, and then the podcast just keeps playing in the background. So yeah, I got hurt. I got food all over me. I was very pissed off. Very pissed off. But yeah, that's what happens when you're old and clumsy and your wife tries to kill you. How about you? Anything bad happened to you this week?
No, just
Nothing that bad?
usual annoying work stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. These things happen all the time.
Yeah. I got lucky today. I thought I was going to have to call you and tell you I was going to be remote for the show, but it ended up working out. So
I could have maybe end up doing a solo show.
Well, I would have been able to record. I just would have had to have been home to work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I found a couple. I've been finding different things of like stuff for us to chat about. Usually works better in a larger group, but we'll do this one you and I this week. Well, before we get there, I have one thing. Did you happen to see the SNL skit this past week of Stranger Things?
No.
Which I thought was really good. They did instead of Sex in the City, they did Mike in the City. And it was Mike like drinking cosmopolitans, and then like the other two kids show up. Not Will, but the other two kids show up, Dustin and Lucas.
Okay.
And they're hanging out and they're talking, and Mike's like narrating and all this stuff, and they're acting like the Sex in the City show, And then he starts telling a story about 11, and then his nose starts bleeding, and Dustin's like, "Oh my God, Mike, do you have powers?" He goes, "No, I've been doing cocaine." He's like, "It's 1991," and they're like, "Oh, cool." And then they all like start talking about doing cocaine, and then they're like, "Where's Will?" And they're like, "Oh, Will's still coming out." They just show you Will in that room like doing his coming out scene, and he's still going on and on about how he's like a normal person, all that. And everyone laughed, and it got a good laugh and all that. But there was a lot of backlash. People thought Saturday Night Live was like being, anti-gay and stuff like that and all that, and they were like, the cast was just having fun. They were just they were going off of what the reaction of people were. They were like, that scene was a long time, like it took a while to get to it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure these actors don't mean anything mean by it. It's a joke. He took a long time to do it.
Yeah.
Where he was like saying that he's like them by naming all these things that they do together in a scene. And in the cut scene, they had a guy playing them, and he's just naming more things for hours on end. They're like, Will's still coming out to everybody. So I thought that was pretty funny. They did a couple other little. They actually talked about the conformity gate thing and all that, and made fun of that.
Did they? Okay.
It was good. Every once in a while, Saturday Night Live has a couple good ones on there. But anyway, my topic that I found this week, which I thought was interesting, found it on a Facebook post, was if you could relive one moment or one day in your past life, what would you choose?
There's one definitive one, but I don't want to talk about it on air.
Why, does it involve some kind of like stripper or something like that?
No. No, I was much younger, but
okay.
No. Wish I had a clue. I wish I'd been clued in about this one earlier.
Well, you have to think about this one. I'll go first while you think about it. So for me, the biggest thing I miss about my youth was where I lived growing up. My grandparents were 2 houses down. My aunts were like another couple houses down. My cousin Ronnie was another house down. I had all family in this sort of like neighborhood. So in the middle of all the neighborhoods was like one big yard. So you just exit my back door, walk out into the yard, instantly people would start talking to you. And you got on your grandma's, you go to your aunt, stop along the way. So 4th of July's, we used to have a whole thing in that yard. We'd set up tents, we'd play games, we'd play bocce, we'd shoot fireworks, we'd sit under my grandma's carport to cook, and it would start at like 10 in the morning and go to like 11, 12 at night. It was an all-day sort of thing. So if I could do that, it would probably be one of those 4th of July's. Like, go back and relive the whole day. Like, I'd pick one probably when I was, like, a teenager.
Okay, I misunderstood the question.
And go back and do, like, I'd probably pick a specific one when I was, like, 15 or 16. And that's when, like, the most family was there. And relive that whole day. Wake up that morning, go down, spend the whole day with all that, doing all that fun shit that we had, all that good time. That would be hard to wake up from and come back to reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, now my kids and my wife and that aren't there and all that, but so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So I misunderstood the question.
What did you think I was trying to say?
Would you relive and change?
No, I'm just talking about you go back to experience it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You're not changing anything. You're not rewriting time. Because me, I wouldn't change anything because then I wouldn't have what I have now. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's another topic. Would you change something?
Oh, fuck yeah. A lot.
So there's some things you would change?
Oh, hell yeah. Just to relive, I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I just would want to go back and...
What's the one you can't tell? Oh, that's when you thought you were going to change.
Yeah, that I would redo it and have a different outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, me, it went to family. It wouldn't be like, oh, I want to go back to do that party again, or that, that time I had sex with that stripper. Like yeah, it's, I don't want to do it. To me, it'd be more family related of things.
One moment. I don't know.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, it is.
I see those things all the time about, like, actually changing moments, and that's tough, because I feel like all the shit you went through kind of made you who you are today.
Yeah.
And, like, that's hard. I mean, like, obviously I think to myself, like, I've been married twice. Would I still go get married for the first marriage that didn't work out? But then I went and had my kids.
Yeah.
So, like, how do I just make them not exist? You know what I mean? When me and her have gotten together from... Don't worry about that. Yeah. When me and her have gotten married at the first, then we would have completely different children,
Yeah.
Like, how does that work out? That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, there were some miserable years there, but I kind of had to go through that to get where I am now, Now, I obviously think about things like, I fell out of West Virginia the first year I went there. So... would I study and not do that? But I made a lot of other cool things that went along the way.
Yeah, and that's and that is more than just a day. That's okay. I got to change my whole philosophy for at least this semester. That's not just going back to one day and making a change that would really, like. There's a couple things I could think of off the top of my head that would probably have drastically changed my life.
I think of things like, there's people I lost contact with that I wish things would have went differently. Maybe I could change that. Now, obviously, things pop into your head about, like, where I've thought about this is, like, Saber lost her brother on a certain day. I know the day it happened on and when it happened. So if I was back that far, would I go prevent that? But that kind of molded her to who she is, too. But, like, what if you could stop that? What if you're sitting there and you relive from your, like, childhood life better and 9/11 is coming around? What do you do? Because if you call it in, they might think, what the fuck do you know? And then it happens. They'll be like, oh, we're going to talk to that guy. You know what I mean? But, like, how do you sit there that day and be like, oh, shit, all this horrible shit's about to happen? What could I do? Do I call in a bomb threat to the airport? Seriously, I've thought about that before, because someone said, what if you can go back and relive through high school? I'm like, you got to live through some shit again,
Yep.
Do you, in, like, the beginning of 2019, you have a whole year, you just start buying all the toilet paper and wet wipes? Because COVID's coming in 2020. They go, why do you have so many wet wipes and Clorox wipes and toilet paper in your house? And be like, you just wait. Reason. You just wait. Yeah. No worry. You just wait. You buy up all the masks. You're like, you need some? That'll be $50 a pack. Yeah, my mind can wonder with stupid shit like this.
Oh yeah, I would love to have a what if power, even if I couldn't actually make the change. If I could just see how things would have been different if I'd made a different decision. Yeah. No, most of my stuff is more, I guess you could call it selfish, because it would just be personal things that I would do.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go back and kill Hitler. I'm not gonna go back and try and prevent 9/11.
Yeah.
Like I'm just there are things in my life that I think.
But like things like saying kill Hitler, I didn't live at that time.
Exactly.
And I'm not from Germany or so that's hard. But like I lived through 9/11.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't in the city, but I was there. You know what I mean? So those things like that, you are like, yeah, I know what's about to go down. This sucks. So
what if?
Yeah. But the family thing, that would be really nice just to experience that. I used to live for 4th of July. Like, all through my young years and then into high school, especially when I had, like, friends that would come to it and all that, I used to think, like, man, I can't wait for 4th of July. It was always so much fun. We would eat early, and then we'd eat so many times during the day, and you play bocce. We'd have tournaments. You play bocce all day long. And then my cousin, Ronnie, who was like an uncle to me, he's now passed away. You know, he died 2017. Ken experienced it one time, but we would sing. So, like, at 6 o'clock, before it was about to get dark, you're done eating, he would sing all these, like, Italian songs.
Okay.
And he would lead you in them. It was, like, sing-along stuff. And he would start off by, he would do some songs on his own. And he would do these goofy, like, magic tricks that weren't really magic tricks. And then he would sing. And the singing was, like, he'd be like, all right, you guys are Tuesday. So when we get to Tuesday, you have to sing the Tuesday part. You know, and it was when me and Ken first kind of, like, met. He was younger. We were both, it was like 2010, and my grandfather had passed away and my grandmother was still alive, and he came to it and he was like, this is crazy. You know, he's like, this is like something out of The Sopranos, you know, and like all this singing would happen, and you'd be like, man, this is so much fun, just singing and all this carrying on and goofing around. Even my dad would like participate, you know.
That's surprising.
And then it would get dark, and then everyone in this fucking town would just start shooting fireworks off each other, off people's houses, you know. And it'd be like, these are illegal. You'd have to go to Ohio to buy them, and then cops would drive by and be like, yeah, you know, just shoot them.
Whatever.
Blow them up, whatever you want to do. It was literally, for me, like the definition of like what heaven would be like, you know. It was good. I wish my kids could like have experienced it, but you know. Anyway. There you go. Wonder what the guys would have said for that one.
I don't know.
I bet you they would have been interesting. All right, so we have a debate of the week as well, too.
We do.
And we picked this one because we know we're going to be on opposite sides. We were going to go for some other ones. We were waiting till the other guys are going to be there for some of that nonsense. But debate of the week. Peanut butter. Crunchy or smooth? And I am crunchy all fucking day long.
Smooth peanut butter rules the world.
Smooth peanut butter, there's no reason to eat it. Here, I'll say this.
Oh!
The only time I ever have smooth peanut butter is if I'm baking with it or using it for some sort of like, I don't know, like, yeah, it would be baking or some kind of like where you have to put peanut butter in something, I would use it. For me, it's crunchy. Like, I don't really eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I eat peanut butter right out of the jar. I have my own jar of peanut butter that's just for me. And I tell people, don't, because no one likes crunchy. And I'm like, don't eat that. No one in my house eats crunchy. I'm like, I've seen people grab it. I'm like, you don't want to eat, I eat right out of that. So don't, you know, that's my shit in there. Don't eat that peanut butter. The spoon goes in my mouth and back into the peanut butter jar because it's my peanut butter.
So I got to take a little segue here. Have you seen? There's a short going around of a guy. He has Down syndrome, and sometimes it's difficult to judge their age.
Yeah.
I would say
I've seen this clip.
And he's like, he's like, his house is getting robbed, or got robbed, and the news is interviewing him, and he's like, I hope they just didn't do anything to the peanut butter, because I did stuff to it.
Yeah,
he's got this creepy fucking grin on his face.
He put something in that peanut butter. I've seen that, but that's how it is. Don't touch the peanut butter. Now, I'm so bad with crunchy that I add extra crunch to my peanut butter.
Jesus!
So sometimes I'll take finely chopped like peanuts, and I'll put some more peanuts in it, or I'll take like the sugar-free peanut butter chips that you cook with, you know, you make cookies with. I'll pour some of those in there too, and I'll make it even crunchier. I don't know what it is about the crunchy. I need to eat peanut butter. I don't like to lick peanut butter. Like, you know, people eat creamy peanut butter and it's like they're just they're not eating, they're not chewing it. It's kind of like they like, I don't know. It's a weird thing.
It kind of melts in your mouth and you just swallow.
Yeah. Me, I like to fucking chew the peanut butter.
Yeah, no. I don't. I'm also not the kind of person that will just take a spoon and eat peanut butter right out of the jar.
Yeah, you're not a savage like me.
Because, well, no, I know other people that do that. I like peanut butter in very much moderation.
Yeah.
Like, I think we did a favorite sandwiches episode of the show, and my favorite sandwich is fresh Mancini's Italian bread,
Mm-hmm.
sliced real thick, and just peanut butter and red raspberry jam. That's my jam.
Yeah, that's your thing.
So I do like a good peanut
I'm not a
butter
big
and
jelly guy. I once in a while I'll eat it.
I eat seedless red raspberry jam, which is essentially just raspberry flavored sugar jelly.
Yeah, it's just sugar. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not eating good stuff.
See, for me, I have a sweet tooth, but being diabetic, I have to watch. So peanut butter doesn't spike my insulin. So my treat at night is a peanut butter spoon. And I don't use the little spoon; I use the bigger spoon because it's a full tablespoon, And that's what I do. I scoop it in the jar, and I'll go in there, and I just kind of eat that down.
Have you seen the other TikToks? And this one's older, where the guy takes this spoonful of peanut butter, and then you just dip it into like a bowl of chocolate. You just touch it to the top of the bowl of chocolate chips and eat it. You could do that with your peanut butter chips.
Yeah, we'll get a little peanut butter chips.
Yeah, you just.
Sometimes I'll buy those. Did you ever see the Jif makes? They're little peanut butter balls, and some have like chocolate in them. Some have like cookies in them. They come in a little bag. They're little snacks. So you eat it. I buy the ones that are double peanut butter. So it's just peanut butter with peanut butter inside of it. It's a hard shell of peanut butter inside of it. And I'll take the peanut butter spoon and I'll put 2 of those on it. And that's just extra crunch. It's extra stuff.
That's funny.
Smooth peanut butter to me is just like, I don't know what it is with smooth peanut butter.
I have texture things with the stuff I eat.
Yeah.
So
See, texture doesn't. Texture will get me once in a while. But like for peanut butter, I need rocks in there. That's how crunchy I like it. Like sometimes I put so much shit in it that I've hurt my tooth before. Like it'll hit me in the gum. I'll be like, man, this peanut butter is crunchy. Like my version of crunchy peanut is just going to be pretty soon a bowl full of peanuts. That's it. With some sugar in there.
No, smooth peanut butter all the way.
These two were probably that, I would imagine. They're probably smooth. Only mutants like me like crunchy. It's a very rare people. If you go to the store, all the creamies bought, the crunchy's still there.
Yeah. It is a lesser.
I've gotten looks when I'm buying 6 jars of it at Costco, when it's on sale. Like, what are you buying all this fucking crunchy peanut butter for?
I'm prepping. Fuck you.
Leave me alone. I'm prepping. This is all I need to survive off of. Now, the only time I eat creamy is my wife keeps... Here's another thing. Where do you store your peanut butter?
Cupboard.
See, I like it in the fridge.
Oh, ruins it.
I love it in the fridge. I love it cold, like it's almost like an ice cream. You know what I mean? I love it in the fridge. So I hate warm peanut butter.
Because it makes it impossible to spread on a sandwich when it's cold.
Well, see, I don't spread it. Yeah. So she keeps a jar of creamy in the cupboard for, like, again, baking, or sometimes she'll make a sandwich if she wants it. So if I run out of peanut butter and I forget to go to the store, I have to resort to that. So I'll go over to it and I'll be like, oh man, I ate all my crunchy last night. I'm like, I gotta have my peanut butter fix at night. And then I'll be like, oh. So I have to put some shit in it so that it's got a little crunch to it. But it's all warm and gross. Here's the worst thing though. If you get sick and you throw up peanut butter, it's the worst when it goes through your nose. It will turn me. I won't eat peanut butter for 3 months, and I love peanut butter.
Ugh,
Did you ever vomit peanut butter?
No, I don't think I have. I mean, I may have when I was younger. Nothing recently.
It's disgusting.
What
a show so far.
Amazing.
Amazing. But we do have a headline topic.
We do have a headline topic. We have a good headline topic.
We do have a good headline topic. This is good shit.
So we finally got the first full-on trailer for the new Masters of the Universe movie.
First, we got a teaser for the trailer.
Yeah.
Which I love the teaser, because the teaser talked about the 80s, and it said, back in the 80s, this was a healthy breakfast, and it showed like some sugary cereal. It said this was an intense workout, and it showed you all these girls doing like 80s workouts.
Yeah.
It said, and this was a hero. I love that line. And they showed you He-Man doing all that, and then a few quick shots of the trailer. I love a trailer for a trailer.
That first teaser didn't show Skeletor either, did it?
No,
okay.
No. And then you got the trailer today. And I mean, my God, I think it's awesome.
I'm surprised how good I think this looks.
So it looks like the story for this is going to be that Now, some people hate the Earth stuff
Yeah.
because they're reminded that the original He-Man with Dolph Lundgren, they went to Earth and all this. People forget that Adam's mom, Queen Marlena, is human. Even the old cartoon, they did a thing where she landed in like a NASA spaceship and he married her. So He-Man's always been half human. He's part Eternian, half human. So she hides him, apparently, it seems, as a kid from Skeletor, I'd imagine. Or maybe Hordak, somebody. On Earth.
She wanted him to be safe.
You don't know if there's, like, if maybe Man-at-Arms was with them or someone. Who knows? Like, they're not really telling you. But then it looks like Teela comes to get him. He finds the Sword of Power. And let's just say, that sword looks so...
It looks...
Right.
It looks like they pulled it out of the show and
Yeah.
just made it metal.
It's how the sword should have always have been.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren's sword was such ass. It didn't look anything like the Sword of Power. It's one of my favorite swords of all time.
In that movie, though, Skeletor's staff did look cool.
Skeletor's staff looked good.
Yeah.
He-Man's sword was terrible.
Yes.
It looked like something from like Lord of the Rings. So he gets the sword, which, I mean, I love when he's sitting at the desk and he's talking to the lady and it said he, him on his it
nameplate.
said Adam, it said he, him, you know. She was like, you and all this sword stuff, you know, like he's kind of like a nerd.
Yeah.
Looking things up, but he's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
And, yeah, it shows you him being rescued. It shows you him landing in Eternia, which you can see Krenger's with him, who's gigantic.
It's a full-size fucking tiger.
It's bigger than the Phantom Tiger.
So the only thing I'm guessing they're not going to make him any bigger. They'll just put the armor on him.
Put the armor on him, probably. Who knows, though? He may go bigger for all we know. I don't know.
might.
I like that they didn't show you Battle Cat. I don't want to see Battle Cat till the movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Hey, do you think they're going to do Skeletor's... I don't remember what the
Panther?
Panther's name was. Panther, okay.
Yeah. Maybe. I like, you know, his didn't talk.
No, but growing up, I liked that one way more than I liked Cringer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's great. He was flocked.
Yeah.
Remember the toy was flocked?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's not flocked, the new one. But yeah, they would do that. He was like, he had this little fur on him. But, yeah, I mean, I never knew why Panther didn't have a helmet on like Battle Cat did.
Yeah.
Battle Cat's got this giant horn on it. You think you'd want to protect your head from it. Because they would run and like collide. But, they showed you him. They showed you Man-at-Arms, Idris Elba. I think Idris Elba is going to be great.
Yeah.
As Man-at-Arms. I mean, Man-at-Arms, he has to have that wisdom, that knowledge, that father-like feeling, that badass. That's Idris Elba to a T. For people, I saw some people commenting, you know, that's Man-at-Arms is Teela's dad. Why is Teela white, Man-at-Arms is black? I'm like, well, Man-at-Arms is her adoptive dad.
Yeah.
He raised the baby. It's Sorceress is her mom. In the beginning of the trailer, they also show you Zor. Did you see Zor? Zor is the sorceress in her bird mode.
Yeah.
That looked cool.
It did look cool.
And I love in the trailer, you saw a little bit of Trapjaw. You saw a little bit of, I guess, a Spikor, which must be in the movie. I saw a slowed down image, and it's totally Beastman.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though he's not a voice actor, he looks fucking incredible. He jumps on like a car. They must send Skeletor's horde to get He-Man.
Yeah.
Trapjaw's in it. I know that Triclops is in it. They didn't say anybody else, but there is a guy named Goatman, which I've never heard of Goatman before. I don't know if Goatman was a... I don't ever remember him in the show.
No. Saw Fisto.
Fisto is great. Fisto's in it. I know Mechanex's in it. I know Mossman's in it. And they didn't show any of that yet. Yeah, Goatman apparently was in the original cartoon at one point. He just has a big fucking goat-looking head. Which is fine. I think he's played by the Mountain.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
I think that's who's playing him. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what they. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's played by the Mountain. I know the Mountain is in this show. A couple of those big Scandinavian boys. Yeah.
Halfbor Julius Bjornsson.
Yeah, so he'll be huge. So that fits him good. But I liked everyone that they showed. I thought everyone looked good. Roboto is in this movie. And surprisingly, he's voiced by Kristen Wiig.
Which I think could be really funny.
Right. Now, I saw some complaints about that, why they cast a female and all that. And I'm like, look, He-Man was made at a time where there was 2 female characters on the entire show. Well, Queen Marlena, 3. They gave us She-Ra later on for all the girl characters for girls to like. So...
Well, the whole show was built to advertise a toy line.
Toys to boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, them changing Roboto to be a girlish thing or whatever, I hope the version they do of Roboto is the 2002 version of He-Man that I just watched. Roboto on there is like very smart, but like very curious, and asks all these questions about what being human's like and what makes him human, why can't he be all that, and he says some funny things. Hopefully they go. I hope it's just not total comic relief. I hope she's smart and does the thing, and not just like, I don't want like Love and Thunder fucking Korg jokes constantly.
Yeah. But I mean, it could be funny to have like this big, like robot thing with a little, mousy woman's voice.
Yeah.
I mean, because think about Pika in One Piece and his voice.
Yeah. So as long as it's, Roboto is a great character, so I'm happy for that. I thought the best thing about this to me though is, they showed you all this, and at the very end then they showed you Skeletor, and there's been a lot of hate towards Jared Leto. He looks fucking fantastic.
He does.
He looks scary. He looks like a badass. The face up close looks great.
Just the little red dots.
The beady red eyes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Now that, I think they take a lot of that. The old cartoon, they never did that. But the 2002 show that I reference a lot, he would do that. When his power would light up, his eyes would get red inside that void of nothingness. And I'm like, yeah, this is a win. Now, here's what pissed me off. Is these idiots online and this is the youth, because the youth don't understand. And they're like, oh, way to rip off Guardians of the Galaxy. And I had to start going at people online. I'm like, this isn't Guardians of the Galaxy, okay? Just because there's an outer space movie with different creatures and stuff like that, James Gunn didn't come up with all this. This is all He-Man, and this is what that world looks like. There's a million different races of people on this planet. There's aliens, there's monsters, there's magic, there's sorcery, there's everything. He doesn't own it. They're like, oh, this looks stupid. And then some people... Like, I saw some clips of people that were like, this just looks like bad cosplay and so stupid and blah, 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 blah. And I said, you must be a fucking blast at parties, huh? I just been attacking people all day long. I'm like, don't watch it then. You're too young for it.
Yeah, this is for us.
Yes, this is silly for us. You don't know what we suffered through. The only movie we ever had for He-Man was fucking Dolph Lundgren in that movie, which is still Stand By Frank Langella is great. But Dolph Lundgren sucked as He-Man. He was awful as He-Man.
He didn't speak English yet when he took that role.
He could say 4 words.
Yeah.
Tila, I will never surrender to you, Skeletor. I mean, he could barely speak. And they were a mess with that show. You know what I did hear today, an interesting fact was, Canon is who made that movie. That was the name of the movie company. They started instantly, and when that movie came out, preparing the sets for He-Man 2, the sequel. Because if you remember, the old He-Man cartoon is one of the first movies to have an actual end credits scene where a Skeletor pops out of the water and says, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, he's coming back. So they were going to do that scene. They started building the sets. They put like $5 million into like all these sets, because what the sequel was going to be was that He-Man gets sucked back to Earth. And when he arrives on Earth, like he gets a distress call to Earth. When he goes to Earth, Earth is completely like destroyed. And it's because Skeletor landed on Earth and like decimated it. So it's supposed to be like this post-apocalyptic world where Skeletor and his horde like took over the whole Earth and all this time had passed because time works differently or whatever. And then He-Man and the gang would have to go to Earth to save Earth now after saving Eternia.
Okay.
So they built this set, and then Canon was like started gonna make a Spider-Man movie that never panned out. So they like had these like sets build for some Spider-Man stuff and some suits and all this. And then the He-Man movie bombed, and they lost the right to do the Spider-Man movie. So they made that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie instead, Cyborg. Have you ever seen that Jean-Claude?
No shit.
So they used
That was supposed to be He-Man.
That was He-Man. They used the sets, the costumes, the dystopian-looking Earth, all that stuff, and they were like, all right, they just gave the rest of the money to Van Damme, and they made that horrible Cyborg movie.
Oh, my God.
Where he's like on that dystopian Earth, doing all that stuff. And that was supposed to be He-Man. Because apparently when the movie was having issues, Dolph Lundgren said, I'm not coming back for this movie, and decided not to come back for it. And they were going to recast with an actor that was like, he was an action star from the 80s. And then and they were going to introduce Battle Cat. They were going to introduce all these other things. They never got around to it. Do you hope Orko's somehow in this movie?
I fucking love Orko.
I love Orko too. I don't want Gwildor. I want Orko.
Yeah. Orko's way cooler.
I think Orko would be hard to do because of the way they do him where you can't see his face.
And he floats.
Floating is not a big deal because he has the hat and it's just supposed to be like it's so dark you can't see what his face looks like. But how are you going to do that in live action?
He'd have a black face covering and then you'd CGI it to make it look like a void.
Yeah, to make eyes. Yeah. I love Orko. I hope they try to incorporate him in somehow. You got to save some stuff for a sequel.
Yeah,
you do. I mean, I feel like,
but I have to imagine they're going into this with the idea we really want to do a sequel. We believe in this. We want to do it. But I have a feeling they're going to throw most of their eggs in one basket, thinking that this is never going to get another movie.
See, I think it's going to do really well.
I hope it does.
Most of the responses in the comments are people are pumped for it. I've seen excitement from online people talking about it.
But we've seen excitement for recent movies too, and people just don't go to the theater. They wait till it comes out on streaming.
I think people will go, and if it's good, they'll go. They'll want to take their kids to see it. They'll want to do stuff like that. They'll be excited for it. If it's bad, then word will get around fast.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it. I haven't been as excited for a movie in a long time.
It's what, June?
It's right around my birthday. It's June 5th.
Yeah. We're definitely going to see this in the theater.
Fuck yeah, I might go twice. If it's good, I might go twice. What I hope for is a trilogy. I would love to see a trilogy. I would love to see, it work. Maybe beat Skeletor, come back. I want Hordak by the third movie. And then you come with the fourth movie with King Hiss and the Snake Man.
Bring She-Ra into the fourth movie.
You could.
Or third movie, I mean.
Yeah, you could introduce her. She can get her own movie out of it. Yeah. Who knows?
Whole franchise.
Yeah. It's great stuff. I mean, Eternia really has a lot of lore.
Yeah.
Not just, the original cartoon, for how cheesy some of this stuff was, they introduced a lot of characters and a lot of background. And then throughout the years, through comic books, the 2000 show, even recently with Kevin Smith with Revelation and a lot of stuff, there's a lot of He-Man lore that you could do stuff with.
Yep.
I want to see Buzz-Off and Stratos. I can't believe Moss Man's in this movie. I'm so excited for Moss Man. I fucking love Moss Man. He's such a cool character. So, yeah, I think Beastman probably will have no lines. He'll just be an animal.
Yeah, just snarl and growl.
Yeah, and mostly CGI. I don't think that's why there's no actor named to him.
Yeah.
But I thought this was great. I even showed this trailer to my wife, and she actually got excited for it, which that usually is a telltale whether for me something's going to be good. She was like, oh, this looks fun.
Wow.
She goes, this looks better in that Superman movie. I said, that's why I married you.
She tried to kill you this week.
She did try to kill me. But she justifies my hatred for Superman.
All right, should we get into everybody's favorite portion of the show?
Sure, I think so.
Box office results. Disappointing. Avatar Fire and Ash still in first place. Another 15 million, bringing the worldwide total to 1.33 billion.
Wow.
28 years later, the Bone Temple.
What is that?
So
didn't this just come out?
I'm confused about this because I thought they did 28 years later, like by itself,
It did.
and then
Last summer or something like that.
yeah, and then now there's this new spin-off, or I don't know what it is. I had no idea this was coming out. All of the 28 years later talk that I've been seeing for the last few weeks, I thought they were just talking about the movie.
Yeah, I thought they were too.
But yeah, this came out to $12.5 million.
It was
opening
shot
weekend.
back to back with its predecessor 28 years later, 2020, and serves as the fourth installment overall in 2020 film series. Why would you make a movie then like 6 months later the next one comes out?
So, because as part of 28 years later, the one before, the third movie, they come across this bone temple thing.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a whole bunch of lore, enough lore to make a whole movie out of it. And so they decided to do that.
Last one came out in June.
Yeah, so I mean, like 7 months ago. It's crazy.
The Bone Temple. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I never saw this. I enjoyed the first one, and then I remember going back to see the second one,
Never saw 28 Weeks Later.
and then it's been 20 years since that, so I didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like movies where zombies run fast.
Yeah, and these are fast zombies.
Zombies are supposed to be slow, so I have a chance. You get them start running fast, that ain't fair. I'm gonna die. I'm
Yep.
gonna die right away.
And then Zootopia 2 popped back up into the top 3 with just over 9 million. Total weekend 85.5.
So Avatar: Fire and Ass, where's that coming all time now?
All time, I don't know.
I'll look
It's
it up.
1.33 billion. It's up there. Probably top 10.
People go see this shit. I don't understand.
I don't either.
And let me tell you what, I'm gonna start a riot in the city if people don't go see He-Man, but they go see Avatar: Fire
Now,
and Dumb.
one thing I will say is this movie has only made like 360 million in the U.S. It's made
Good.
almost $1 billion overseas.
So it's all the dummies
um,
that go see it.
but yeah, it's doing very well overseas. It's not doing super here in the U.S.
Okay. All time. Just trying to find. We can move on because this will take me a while to figure this out.
Okay. So, like I said in the preview, not a whole lot of Marvel news or Sony news this week. I think a lot of people are expecting to see some footage of Spider-Man Brand New Day in a couple weeks at the Super Bowl. But we really have nothing coming out of Marvel and Sony for the last couple
Well, this
weeks,
was
actually.
the first week where there was no Doomsday stuff because you had those four weeks of the Doomsday trailers
Yeah.
releasing online, and then now nothing. So I still believe that we will see something at the Super Bowl for Doomsday.
I heard a rumor that they're going to debut all of their spots at the Super Bowl. So, like, all the ones that released in theaters, they're going to do those plus additional ones.
Okay.
So, we may see, like, 4 or 5, like, 15-second Marvel things that have already come out throughout the game.
Okay, so Avatar, I mean, the original throws me because it got put back in theaters again.
It's been re-released, like, 3 times.
So it's almost at $3 billion. It's like 2.9.
Yeah.
And then Avengers Endgame is 2.7. So, like, they're pretty high. Way of Water is 2.3, the last one.
That's
And
absurd.
then you have 2.2 for Titanic. Now, this last one, Fire and Ass, it is 1.3. So it's got a ways to go
Oh, yeah.
if it thinks it's going to catch that. So I don't think it'll catch that. I don't think it'll end up in the top. But anyway. So, back to Doomsday. I did hear a rumor going around. Did you hear these rumors going around about like how this movie's going to open?
The only thing I heard about the opening, it was described as the greatest opening to any movie ever made.
Okay.
That's the only thing I heard.
So I heard different things. Like, one that got debugged was that it was going to be Emperor Doom killing Thanos the way he did in the movie where he rips his spine off. AKA this figure.
That would be awesome.
I heard that was debunked. The new one that I heard going around is that it's going to be Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, fighting off some like villains in a scene, and then an incursion starts and his world starts destroying. And it's like the end of his universe, and right when he's about to get like killed himself because everything is dying around him, the TVA with like a multiversal Avengers team with like Deadpool and all these different people on it, some of the X-Men, pull him out and pull him in because he's an anchor being.
Okay.
Now, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know if that's true, but that would be cool. And then it's like he joins this multiversal team.
I'm pretty sure he is confirmed to be in this movie.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah, we know he's an anchor being. Sorry. We know that Garfield's an anchor being as well. So. And then, there's the theory about Rachel Summers being an anchor being in the Spider-Man worlds or whatever. But
Yeah. But, we'll find out.
Isn't it funny all these anchor beings are all from Sony projects?
Yeah. We'll find out about that probably in July.
Yeah, you'll probably see some stuff, I don't know.
Wouldn't it be funny if the X-Men scene that they put out as the Doomsday trailer is actually from this Spider-Man Brand New... If that scene is actually in Brand New Day, and they show him, like, getting her off that Earth.
Yeah.
that would be... Like,
Interesting.
and that could be one of the teases. Like the Russo brothers have been telling us, these aren't teasers for Doomsday. Yeah. These are stories. So that would be a good twist if that scene's actually from the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting.
I heard another rumor that I hope isn't true, that we're going to see a muscular Doctor Doom almost as big as the Hulk.
Why?
Exactly.
Why?
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Unless there's a scene where he's actually going up against Hulk and he uses magic to like...
I would never see him ever doing something
I don't think
like
he
that.
would either, but...
He would never trade brute force with another person like that. He would use some other thing, a way to get around something like that.
But this is the MCU.
Yeah. You'll see. I don't know.
All right.
It's still not coming out. No, it's coming out. I feel more strongly that it's coming out now.
Yeah. Moving on to Warner Brothers DC. Apparently Andy Muschietti, who was the director of the Flash movie, most recent Flash movie, is going to be involved in the development of the DCU Batman, the Brave and the Bold film, and Christina Hodson will be writing the screenplay, and some of her most well-known pieces. She wrote screenplay for The Flash. She wrote screenplay for Birds of Prey. You said the Batgirl movie that we never got to see, she wrote also. So not a fantastic track record.
So here's a few things that maybe would be positive. Is she did Bumblebee.
Yes, I did see that. And I liked that.
Yeah. But she wrote Birds of Prey, which is an awful movie.
Oh, God. She wrote... Oh, Jesus. Fast X Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah. She's had some real winners. She's had some real winners. Like I said, the Flash movie, the Flashpoint movie, it gets a lot of grief, but there are some parts to it which are not a bad story. As far as Flashpoint goes, I mean, I don't know. Like,
I think...
Here's the thing with Flashpoint. The story of Barry wanting to go back and save his mom and all that is written really well, okay? So they do that really well. The problem with Flashpoint, I don't put it all on there, is they then go use the whole Man of Steel Superman thing story for like what they're trying to change, and it was just dumb. And that was because Aquaman was done at that time. They didn't want to use Gal Gadot anymore for Wonder Woman. But if they were able to use Wonder Woman and Aquaman doing their war that they have with each other, because that's what makes Flashpoint good, and Barry in the middle trying to stop these two from killing each other and bringing down the whole damn world around with the Atlanteans versus the Amazons, that would have been a much better movie. Yeah. But instead, I don't know if I necessarily blame her that she decided, I want to do the Man of Steel thing and I want to have Michael Keaton Batman, which doesn't fit into this fucking thing at all. Maybe that's what they told her she had to use. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm guessing that they were like, we're not paying Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot to come back. They're absorbing enough money.
Which is weird because Jason Momoa makes a secret appearance at the ending, which makes no sense.
Well, cameo versus a whole war thing, probably different in pay scale.
And they have Wonder Woman in the beginning of the movie. Like, they have Wonder Woman and Ben Affleck's Batman for 5 minutes in the beginning of the movie. And it makes no sense because then they're not used at all for the rest of the movie. But, like, they paid them to come back, you know.
Strange.
And, they even introduced, like, Batman's, like, Hush suit. He was wearing the blue and gray suit in the movie, and he has the motorcycle. You know, like...
I've never gone back and watched that.
Yeah. You know, and she saves... I mean, it's such a weird movie.
Honestly, I don't think that movie got a fair shake because of the controversy around Ezra Miller.
He turned out to be a human piece of shit.
Yeah.
So,
and if they had cut ties with him, recast it, and spent a lot of money, but spent a lot of money to reshoot the movie with his parts, I think it would have gotten a much better reception.
Yeah, because Flashpoint is a really great story. I mean, the animated Flashpoint movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the comic was fantastic. They just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like her being, she wrote the Batgirl movie that never came out. You can't judge her on that because we've never seen it. No one will ever will see it.
No,
Now Warner Brothers has said the movie was so bad that's why they didn't put it out.
But every actor that's been associated with it says that it's some of the work that they're the most proud of in their entire career.
Right. So you don't know. Birds of Prey, she takes a pretty good hit in. The Fast X movies, those are bad.
Yeah, the Fast X. Well, we haven't seen Fast X Part 2 yet. That's the one that's coming out.
But Bumblebee was a well done movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, give it a shot. It's not like, you know, if it ever comes out.
If it ever comes out, yeah. I mean, and now, you know, James Gunn did say, talking about this, that he doesn't want two Batman movies in the same year or anywhere near each other. So I don't know what that qualifies at. He said because that may be confusing. Well, dude, you already made it confusing.
100%.
Okay? Because you have Matt Reeves' Batman. It was a hit. Just go with it. You mean to tell me you can't get creative enough to figure out... And, you know, I've seen a lot of people are like, no, look, I don't want those two worlds mixed in. They're not mixed in. These are people that have never read a comic book in their life. Because you can read Batman's comic book and read a story where he's hunting a serial killer. He's dealing with the Joker. It's very street level. It's very grounded. The same month, you can also pick up him in the Justice League book where they're battling aliens and he's in a spaceship and he's fighting Martians and he's doing all these things. Both work. It's the same Batman.
Yeah.
It's just he has two sides to it. You can totally still keep this street level film thing where he does serial killers, but then he hangs out with the Justice League and other movies, and that would have been fine.
Yeah.
You already have him. He's already established.
And I think the thing that is keeping that from happening is in Gunn's universe, he doesn't want Batman to only show up when the Justice League's there. He wants Batman to have the Brave and the Bold is going to be basically the Bat family. It's going to be everybody.
Yeah. And that Batman doesn't have that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I've said before, I think they should move the Batman universe to streaming. Make it the Penguin did really well on streaming. Make it like a streaming 2-part movie that comes out and a streaming show that ties into it.
Yeah,
and you see the other one in theaters.
I don't think it would work. Not that it wouldn't work. I don't think shooting a show would work. I think Robert Pattinson is just too busy. He can't take 6 months out of a year to film an 8-episode show.
Yeah.
He needs to be 2 months in and out. My movie's done. Okay, now I'm going to go on to my next multi-million-dollar paycheck.
And see, I totally disagree with Gunn that this would confuse people. People love it. If it's good, you'll like it. If you like The Batman and it comes out in February and you go see it and it's good, and then in the summer there's a movie called The Brave and the Bold and there's a Batman in it, it's not like you're going to be like, oh, I'm confused. Like, if it's good, people will go see it.
Yeah.
If it's not good, they're going to get annoyed that there's multiple Batmans.
Yeah. So you just got to make it good.
Yeah. I don't think these movies are ever coming out. I think The Batman 2 is for sure, because now you're getting casting and you're getting, it's there. His Brave and the Bold shit, I think he is so over his head in this stuff that everything he promised, none of it's coming true. None of it's coming true. He's caught up in Superman and Supergirl, and that's it. All that Gods and Monsters stuff that he promised, I don't see anything with it whatsoever.
There's 2 unannounced animated shows coming next year.
But don't get me started with that, because he ruined the animated universe.
Yeah, but the
animated stuff coming out isn't even tied to it.
The rumor is that we're getting a season 2 of Creature Commandos, and there's another animated show coming. And then there's another live action thing, I think, for 2026, 2027.
Well, Green Lanterns is coming soon.
Yes, yeah, maybe that was the other one.
Which I'm hopeful for Green Lanterns.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, he said I don't want these 2 Batman movies. Like, don't expect updates on The Brave and the Bold until the Batman Part 2 is out.
Okay, so then never.
2029 would be the earliest we would see that.
Yeah. So who cares at that point? I mean, my God. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Give me Superman. I have to wait 4 fucking years for Batman and Superman to be together.
It's a little
I
ridiculous.
still hope Netflix fires them. Come on, Netflix.
Speaking of Netflix, Netflix has now upgraded their offer. They haven't increased the price. It's the same price, but now they're offering the $83 billion or whatever it is, all cash offer.
What does that even mean, all cash? Is there big bags of cash that are going to drop off at fucking Warner Brothers?
Basically, what that means is there won't... I believe... I'm not a financial analyst. I could be completely wrong on this. But the way I understand the all cash is anybody who owns Warner Brothers stock will just get money in the value of the stock that they own, and the Warner Brothers stock will disappear.
Okay.
And it will all now be just Netflix.
Okay.
Is the way I understand it. Again, if you know better than me, please comment, yell at me, tell me I'm an idiot, but I think that's the way it goes. It's basically Warner Brothers will disappear.
Yeah.
And everything will be under Netflix.
What I would prefer instead is these giant armored trucks pull up to Warner Brothers with big bags of cash that they're just carrying in, and gold and everything, and then some terrorist group tries to steal it, and they gotta call G.I. Joe, and I want a whole movie based off about it. There you go. Let's make a movie that Warner Brothers is getting bought by Netflix, and then Venom shows up to steal the money, and Mask has to defend. What a story for Fast and the Furious, right? Fast and the Furious.
That's
11.
what they're waiting. That's why Fast and Furious Part 2 keeps getting pushed out.
Yeah, where they're like, "Hey, did you hear Netflix is buying Warner Brothers?" And they're taking a cash offer of $80 billion and transfer it by trucks, and they need Dom and the family to protect them.
No, Dom and the family return to crime, and they're the ones. That
well, they join evil Paramount, and Paramount hires them. What's his name? Jared Kushner hires them to go steal the money, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
And it writes itself. It writes
does.
itself.
I love it.
And they're like, you turned on the family. You're going to steal the money. And they're like, oh my God. Really? Guess what? It wasn't Paramount. Amazon was really behind it. Because they were the ones stealing it. This would be a
my
great
God.
movie. Much better than the fucking shit that they're going to put out.
Probably, yeah. Kind of Disney, Pixar related. Apparently Holly Hunter was being interviewed about a project she's currently working on and confirms that she's going to be starting voice work for Incredibles 3 in March.
Is she, what's her name?
Elastigirl.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Incredible.
Mrs. Incredible. Good for Holly Hunter. Holly Hunter is also a new captain on a Star Trek show, if that does anything for you.
So that's probably what she was being interviewed for.
I don't really watch Star Trek, but
I never got into the Trek.
Holly Hunter is a new captain, so good luck to her.
Yeah. We mentioned in the preview.
Imagine people that watch Star Trek. Like, there's so much of it. If you were like, I'm gonna get into Star Trek, what the fuck? It's like, it's like One Piece for like science people.
No, it's not One Piece. One Piece is one continuous story.
That's right. This is a whole
Star
bunch.
Trek is different, like whole different stories
All over the world.
So you got your Deep Space Nine, you got your classic, you got I don't even know all the different ones.
So many that you can't even think of.
I thought the movies were decent. The more recent movies.
Which movies?
The ones with
The what's his name? Who's J.J. Abrams?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were good.
Yeah, what's his name was a good Captain Kirk, and that guy that played Spock that was from. I don't know anyone's names. It's the guy that played Spock was the bad guy on Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then they had Khan that wasn't Khan, that was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah, you did have Benedict Cumberbatch in there. That's right. Old Cumberbuns himself.
And then Thor played Captain Kirk's father.
Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Did he?
Just a flashback.
Yeah, those movies were okay.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Gamora in those movies too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gamora,
Zoe Labadanza or whatever her name is.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, that's the name.
Speaking of her, she this year with the release of Avatar: Fire and Ass,
She's in that too.
she is the highest paid actor now, top
the
grossing
world.
actor in the world. She's passed Samuel L. Jackson, and there's one other one I can't remember who it was, but
What is she? Who is she in Avatar?
she's
She's the main girl.
yeah, she's
the
the
theory or whatever.
Natiri or yeah.
The one that has sex with her tail, her hair tail, sticks it in cows' asses and other people's.
She's the one that hates the humans right in the first movie.
Yeah, but then she ends up liking them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like her, but those movies.
She's been in that. She's been in Marvel. Has she been in? She's probably been in some DC projects at some point. She's been in Star Trek. She's done a million things.
That kid's gonna be somebody one of these days. Is what I say about her. I like her. She's good actress.
Yeah. So we had some history announced, I think yesterday morning with the Oscar nominations. Sinners, 16 Oscar nominations. It's the most in history. The previous record, there are 3 movies with 15. All About Eve from 1950, Titanic from 1997, and La La Land from 2016.
La La Dum.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
You would.
I watched it on a plane. But yeah, this got nominated Best Picture, Best Picture, Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Original Screenplay, Original Score, Original Song, Cinematography, Costume Design, Film Editing, Makeup and Hairstyling, Production Design, Sound and Visual Effects, and Casting, which is a brand new category this year.
I mean, that's crazy.
It basically got nominated for
everything.
every category that it was eligible for.
Other than like best,
There was nothing for Best Supporting Actor.
but best actor Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Best Supporting Actor, Delroy Lindo. No best, not Best Actress.
Oh.
So I guess there weren't any.
Is it also up for best movie?
Yeah.
They think that was that good that it got Best Movie? Best Picture. People like Ryan Coogler. He gets a lot of
Yeah.
Hollywood praise.
And apparently it is a really, really good movie.
Yeah. Good for... I hope Michael B. Jordan wins Best Actor.
I would like to see that. I based on what he's up against, I am skeptical that he'll win.
Let me tell you this. I have no... I don't want to even know. I have no idea who he's up against, but I can guarantee you that everybody he's up against was in a way dumber fucking movie than he was. And I also guarantee you that every other movie that's up for Best Picture is also way fucking dumber than Sinners, and I haven't even seen Sinners.
So here's who he's up against.
All right. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme, and he won the Golden Globe for that.
That's fucking dumb.
Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another.
I hate Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wagner Mara for Secret Agent. I don't even know what that
I
is.
don't even know who that is or what that is.
And Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon. So
what the hell is Blue Moon?
I don't know. But he's got some incredibly stiff competition. But who knows? Maybe
You know what they should do is let only the women vote for who, and I guarantee you he wins. If the women vote, then Michael
depends
B. Jordan.
on what age bracket of women. Because Timothy Chalamet is pretty popular.
All right, Michael B. Jordan can take his shirt off when they vote, and then I guarantee you he fucking wins. All right, that's a good-looking dude.
But people are saying because it got 16 total nominations, they think it has a better shot at Best Picture.
Those other ones, though, are stupid categories. I mean, best eye makeup and hairstyling or whatever. Like, really? I mean, there's really something that's that great compared to, hey, your makeup was really good in that movie. So was yours. You definitely get an Academy Award. You shouldn't get an Academy Award for makeup. I mean, come on.
Come on, it's an art form.
It's a job.
It is an art form.
It's a job. It's just a job. It's like, I'm up for Academy Award, too. For what? Because I sent all the tickets out for the movie. It's just someone's job is all it is. It's stupid. They would have an easier time at the Academy Awards if it was just movie, director, actor, actress, supporting, done. That's it. You don't need all these other awards. For people, the awards that they don't let you get on stage for, they're like earlier in the night, and they just show you, some idiot you never heard of wearing best.
I want everybody listening, or all three people, that these are not the opinions of the entire podcast.
Yeah, that's all it is. Hi, I was a sound director for this, and everybody's like, "Yay, get up and make your speech." I don't, me. I don't like award shows at all.
And I used to enjoy the Oscars. I used to love sitting down and watching it, but now I don't care.
I don't know. I think it used to be. Maybe it's because we just don't watch regular TV anymore.
It's possible.
I feel like it used to be such and honestly, I feel like movies used to win that you cared about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. They're used to, like, to me, it's a much different thing than like Forrest Gump won Best Picture or whatever, or Gladiator, or, there was these movies that were just like Braveheart. There was like these movies back in the day where it was like,
yeah,
shit, I hope this one wins. I can't wait to see it. I've never heard of most of these movies. Yeah. I don't even know when they're out. I mean, we do box office news every week. I never remember any of these movies at all. I don't know what they are. And I feel it's completely changed now that it's just like, well, if you do some sort of art piece or whatever, the Academy will like it. Where I'm surprised Sinners is in there. I'm surprised by that, which gives me a little hope that that's in there. Because normally anything that's fantastical or whatever, anything like that, they usually don't nominate it. They usually don't care about it. Where I wish it would get back to like movies that were, and maybe that's the thing, that movies just aren't that good anymore unless they're like a superhero movie. But, Forrest Gump, like that's a great movie. And like, things like that. Yeah. Where you're like, yeah, this movie should win and I want to watch it because I care about it. Because I watched it and I absolutely loved it. I just don't really think people care about movies as much anymore as they used to.
No, and yeah, I think it's a combination of things. where it's really expensive to go. The movies are sometimes some of these niche art pictures, you can't even find them in your local theater. So yeah, so the year Forrest Gump won. The other nominees: Four Weddings and a Funeral, Pulp Fiction,
Yeah, see what I mean?
Quiz Show,
Yeah.
which that one's a surprise for me,
Yeah.
and Shawshank. I forgot that Forrest Gump won over Shawshank.
I mean, look at that there. Look what you just mentioned right there,
Yeah.
right? You're talking about You're talking about movies that everybody's like, I've seen all of those multiple times, and then you just read what's nominated before. I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's a huge one for this is no one watches TV anymore.
Yeah.
So now they're going to put it on YouTube, which I saw some people shitting on. I think it's smart.
I do too, because I think it'll at least garner interest from a younger audience,
Right.
specifically because they can just flip on YouTube and watch.
Right. And they might put it on and be like, oh, I'll sit here and watch this. I'll do something with that. No one watches TV anymore.
No.
The TV that most people watch is very limited. That people aren't going to sit down and watch that or care about it. That go, oh, I didn't even know that was on.
Yeah.
So maybe you can advertise more on YouTube. They need to tone it down and make it shorter. They need to make it more.
Well, I fear if they go live to YouTube, it'll be longer, because they won't have the limitations of a network going, you got to wrap this up in 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever it is.
You're going to bore the shit out of people if you let them go up and talk for that fucking long and do all that.
Yep.
The youth want stuff quick.
Yep.
Quick. You got to make it more fun. There's things you got to do for it.
Yeah.
But, in the end, I don't really care. I mean...
Yeah, I agree. So let's move on to some streaming news. I think this is pretty cool. Netflix just announced a new deal with anime studio Mappa,
Okay.
which will include new projects and exclusive streaming rights to multiple Mappa animes that already exist. So Mappa did Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen. They've done some of the most iconic
Really
anime
good stuff.
projects out there.
Yeah.
They have a great animation style. Mappa actually, which ties into my love of Arc hired Mappa to do the cutscenes for the new DLC that just dropped.
Okay.
And it's really fucking cool.
It's good.
So, yeah, it's really neat. So it's not going to be every Mappa project is not going to be exclusive to Netflix of their historical stuff, but anything going forward is, I guess, supposedly exclusive to Netflix. So,
did you see that update from the Netflix CEO who changed his tune out a little bit and said Warner Brothers movies they'll keep in theaters for 45 days?
I didn't. That's good news.
Yeah. He changed his tune a little bit on that and said all Warner Brothers movies that they release under the Netflix banner, they'll do 45 days.
Good.
Which, that's not bad. At least you have a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
This one kind of surprises me, considering Amazon MGM just bought the movie right, or bought the IP rights. All but one of the James Bond movies are now on Netflix.
How's that work out?
I don't know. It's very strange to me, because Amazon's going to be making all the new ones, so why not put them out on your streaming platform?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how Amazon and MGM thing works either.
Yeah.
Because you have to buy a separate, add-on. It's not necessarily just in there. You know what I mean?
But you'd think they could use that on just regular free Amazon Prime unless maybe what they're doing is maybe they got a good paycheck and it'll be licensed to Netflix for 2 years. They'll make a shitload of money on licensing.
Yeah.
And then they'll use that to fund the new Bond movies.
Maybe.
So, but yeah, I'm not even sure which one isn't the one, or the one that's not out there. But instantly, 2 of the Daniel Craig versions hit the top 10 on Netflix.
I don't get it. I don't know who likes Daniel Craig James Bond. I think he sucks. I think he's the worst. James Bond.
Oh, come on, no. The fucking Dalton dude that only made one.
Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton is
alright.
the worst fucking Bond.
I will retract. Timothy Dalton does suck. Pierce Brosnan is the best James Bond of all time.
I'm a Sean Connery guy.
See, Sean Connery, it's too old for me.
Hey, I agree.
I watch it and I'm just like, this is really old. He is great, but it's really old. Now, what was the guy after him?
I think that was like the 2 or 3 that Timothy Dalton.
Not Timothy Dalton. Before him, it was the other guy. It was Sean Connery. Then it was the guy that did Goldfinger, or maybe it's not Goldfinger.
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Roger Moore wasn't bad. That's the James Bond I remember as a kid because I didn't see Sean Connery. I was not born or too young for that. And then when Bronson took it over, I thought Pierce Brosnan was really good. That's the one I kind of remember watching. I saw all the movies. He always had really hot chicks in it. He was really smooth with the ladies. He was really good. I never watched a single Daniel Craig one. I watched part of one of his movies and I hated him.
So you're gonna hate this.
Okay.
I like Pierce Brosnan as Bond.
Goldeneye.
Yeah. But I like the Daniel Craig movies better.
You like the more...
It's more action.
I feel like they're like Fast and the Furious, though.
They're much more action packed, and that's what I like. I like I like Daniel Craig as Bond. I might put him. I don't know. It's tough.
For me, it's Pierce Brosnan, then Roger Moore, then Sean Connery.
Okay.
And then fuckhead at the end or whatever. Too short. He's too short. He doesn't look anything like James Bond. Who's the new James Bond now?
They haven't announced it yet.
Who's the front runner for it?
I don't even know at this point.
I mean, I'm not going to get into it again. We know who it should be, but
should be Aaron Pierre.
It should be Aaron Pierre, but fuck everybody in the world. There's another guy they were talking about recently. I don't know. I can't even believe they still make James Bond movies.
Callum Turner apparently is the current front runner.
Roger Moore used to have really cheesy lines in his movies.
I hated those movies.
Where he used to say things that were like really off the wall after he'd kill somebody. You know, like.
Yeah, apparently other potential contenders, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Who Craven the Hunter?
Yeah, Craven. I don't think he'd be horrible.
Is he British?
Yeah. Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill would be a good James Bond.
The problem with Henry is he's Bond is not a muscular guy.
Yeah,
Henry's
you
just
can make Henry
too fucking big.
Henry can look a little smaller if he needs to.
Theo James, who I'm not familiar with. I'm sure if I saw a picture of him, I'd know him.
Naked.
And Damson Idris, who I think is the guy who's supposed to be playing the new... Yeah, Damson Idris is supposed to be who's the new Black Panther.
Oh.
And Theo James... Oh, Theo James is from... he's been in a number of things. That's Theo James.
What... Oh, I don't like that guy. He looks like a fucking douche. That guy.
He's been in a lot of like smaller stuff.
Yeah. I don't want someone that looks like a douche to play James. You know what? Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't really even fucking care who plays James Bond because I probably won't watch it. Now, if Aaron Pierre gets the role, as you know me.
Yeah. No, I mean I'll check him out. I love a good action Bond movie. So.
Especially with hot guys in it.
Yeah, gotta be hot guys. Moving on to Disney Plus and Hulu, because I actually have Hulu news.
Let me just say something about Hulu for a minute, okay? I signed up for this bundle, which has Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max, right?
And you're still paying for 15 Hulus?
No, and I didn't add the extra Hulu on. I had it all worked out. I got something through the DirecTV that I signed up with, and the streaming service DirecTV that I'm using, and it had something where you can get Hulu added or whatever, and I turned it down. Now my Hulu is completely fucked.
Again.
Again, it doesn't know what to do. Like it says, it has me log in, and it's like, choose your plan. I'm like, what plan? I'm already bundled. Why do I have to choose a plan? And it'll be like, check your account. Log me into Disney Plus. Disney Plus says I have it. I go back to the Hulu app. Choose your plan. It like doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what's happening with it anymore. But it's all fucked. I'm so sick of bundling.
Well, Hulu's going away in the U.S.
Good.
soon.
Get rid of it.
The problem is, I know that somehow no one that runs Disney Plus and Hulu has realized that Bleach on Disney Plus is not the same as Bleach on Hulu.
Yeah.
I know they don't know that.
Well, the other thing that they don't know is that, like, certain shows, like, my mother loves General Hospital. So she watches General Hospital on Hulu every day. She can't get it right now because she uses my account. The account's all fucked up. But like, you can't watch it on Disney Plus. They don't have it. They only have it on Hulu. Which doesn't make any fucking sense at all. I don't understand what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, I maybe I will, if I get bored, call customer service and be like, why the fuck is this the way it is?
And getting someone's ass
Yeah.
about it.
And I'll ask them about General Hospital while I'm at it.
Just be like, Patty Biordy's pissed. You fuckers. Figure this shit out.
Okay. So we got a new trailer today, I believe, for a new Disney Plus show, Maul, Shadow Lord.
Maul.
They're bringing back Maul again for, the 2 weeks between.
Yeah, when he was on vacation.
But fuck if this
I
doesn't
honestly
look
have no
really
idea
good.
when this movie takes place. I watched the trailer. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know when this takes place.
So this takes place after he was, I don't think it was Palpatine, but basically he was marked for death from the Sith. They wanted him dead.
That's kind of how Clone Wars ends.
Yeah. And so
It's obviously before Rebels.
he's on the run and he's setting up Crimson Dawn. It's going to be him becoming a crime boss.
Now, this looks like Rebel style art.
Oh, it looks
It's
fucking
Sam
amazing. Sam Witwer.
Witwer voicing him, which is just unbelievably chef kiss awesome, right? And Maul looks great, but this brings out anger in me. Do you know why?
No.
Because we're doing it again with Star Wars, where we obviously have realized that George Lucas was an idiot for killing Darth Maul in that movie. Everyone saw him and thought, that's an incredible looking bad guy right there. We want him, but now we can't use him anymore. So let's shoehorn him into every product, which he does add a lot of value. So when are we gonna? How many years since the original Star Wars now? When did it come out? 79? 78? 2 more years. It's what? Fucking 20, almost 30, 50 years old, right? Can we just start over at this point? You don't want to make anything new with Star Wars because no one likes it. That way they have to do a Darth Maul show.
There's a new fucking trilogy coming, dude.
Let's just start over from episode 1 and retell this story over again. And then we don't kill Darth Maul, and then he can be in multiple movies and TV shows. And we'll just say, I just wish they would be like, this is new timeline, and we'll still make some things for old timeline. Old timeline, you log into Disney Plus, and it says Star Wars, where you want to go, new timeline or old timeline. You go to new timeline, and the first movie out is episode 1. Darth Maul doesn't die. We don't kill Qui-Gon Jinn. We don't do any of these things that are stupid. And we're going to leave these people so we can build characters off of it. And this is what we're going to do. And then that way we don't have to make a show called 1 Week Darth Maul Did a Bunch of Cool Shit. That looks cool, but it ain't going to make any sense. It's going to be like, why is he here? Why does no one know about him? Where's he at? Because you remember when you watch him in Rebels, he's like a prisoner in that underground place for like a really long time. He's like, I've been down here talking to myself or whatever, and then he like comes back. It's like, well, you're shortening this window because what's happening here? We're going to tell the story how we got there. And then one time, it was his birthday in that underground labyrinth, so we're going to make a whole movie about it.
Oh, God.
Obviously, he's an awesome character, so just retell the story.
So just let him have it.
Just give me a new timeline, and then you can redo all this stuff.
It was written into the contracts when Disney bought Lucasfilm that they could never remake.
So we have to wait for George Lucas to die, so we can.
I don't think the contract's void when he
All right.
dies.
So we float him some money, but we're gonna redo it. All right. We're not gonna call it Star Wars. We're gonna call it War Amongst the Stars.
Oh, you mean the thing Zack Snyder tried to do on Netflix?
Yeah, we're gonna make like a Zack Snyder show with lightsabers and stuff. I mean, God, just enough. And why don't we just call it What If? And that way we're not redoing it. It's just What If movies. What if Darth Maul never died like an idiot? Because how did he die in that scene? It's so fucking stupid. How do you make a movie where the whole thing is that he has the high ground, but he jumps over him, but then later on, 2 movies later, having the high ground's a good thing. Once having the high ground's a bad thing, and then having the high ground's a good thing.
Obi-Wan learned from that situation and applied it 2 movies later.
He's standing there above him, just kill him. Although I do love when he kills Qui-Gon Jinn and then just starts pacing back and forth like a cocky motherfucker. Everyone fell in love with him when he did that.
100%.
Great. And then they had to go kill him and then make robot spider legs and invent a bunch of shit to fix stupidity. That defines Star Wars to a T. Invent a bunch of new lore and myth to fix stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. I hate Star Wars. But I will watch this. Because it's Darth Maul. I'll watch Darth Maul do a painting show like Bob Ross. I'd watch Darth Maul do it. Especially if that's the guy's voice, I'd watch anything with Darth Maul. I'll watch anything with Darth Maul in it. I love Darth Maul. But I fucking hate Star Wars, and I don't want to watch any of their movies. And let me tell you this. Wait till they go past... Rebels when Darth Maul's in, which is a brilliant scene, when Obi-Wan kills him. It's only a matter of time before they retcon that, too.
I don't think so, because that was Dave Filoni.
But don't make a thing where it'll be like, oh, Darth Maul had a son, and this is Darth Maul Jr., and he's in the future movies. Because they love it. They can't come up with anybody better than Darth Maul, because he is that good. So just don't kill him. He does have a great death scene, though. It is a great scene. Dave Filoni. Get it right, Filoni. With your fucking cowboy hats. And
I think he will.
All right, we have faith in Dave. Is Dave Filoni from Pittsburgh?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Why did I think that?
I don't know.
I think anybody that's weird is from Pittsburgh for some reason.
All right, look that up while I talk about the next thing.
I'll look it up.
So going back a little bit back to Hulu, Shoresy season 5 coming to Hulu February 21st, and season 6 is already greenlit and going to be moving forward.
Yeah, Shoresy's a great show,
which is really surprising, because as much as I thought that character was funny, when they announced he was getting his own show from Letterkenny Problems, I was like, how the fuck do you make a whole show about Shoresy?
Because Jared Kesso can write characters well.
Yeah.
You can be funny and be stupid and do all the stupidity, but at the heart of every episode, there is story.
Yeah.
And there is character development. There's learning from your past mistake. He does that stuff so well. And Shoresy's just a great character because they took somebody that is an asshole, but then made you care about him.
Yeah.
And it's so well done. It's such a good show.
It is. It is. I wish he would write some other stuff other than just Shoresy.
His own little universe.
Yeah.
I mean, he must be doing pretty good.
Yeah. Is there anything else going on over at Max and DC? I mean, we've got Lanterns coming at some point.
You know what's going on over at Max? I finished watching Gargoyles.
Okay.
And
so what's next? You're going to go to something that's on your list, or you're going back to another oldie?
Well, see, here's what happened.
I knew it.
Here's what happened. I was like, okay, I'm done with Well, first of all, I don't know if did you ever watch? You watched Gargoyles as a kid,
but I never saw. I think I maybe season 1 and part of season 2.
Gargoyles, the second season of Gargoyles is such a good season. It's when Goliath and Elisa and his daughter and Bronx, for like 15 episodes are just on a boat leaving Avalon, and they go to different like parts of the world and meet different gargoyles. And they do like they go to ancient Greece and they meet like Greek gargoyles, they meet Japanese ones. They go to London, they meet like these English ones. It's so great how they do all this like lore and build this huge thing. Then they come back, they have a big final battle. They actually redeem the villain. Goliath and Alicia like realize their feelings for each other. They return to the castle. It has a great ending. It ends in a great thing where she says, "Welcome home, Goliath." She gives him a kiss, which I don't know how you're kissing a gargoyle, but because I mean, the dude's got a smell. But anyway, that loincloth. We go in a whole dark path there, but it's a great ending. It ends in a great note. Then the show, they came back with 13 episodes and they called it the Goliath Chronicles, where Goliath would do like a little dictation in the beginning of the episode, and they really had no direction. So they just did the same shit over and over again, and it's not good. The animation's worse. It's terrible. Then they try to have an ending. It's bad. So I finish it, and I was like, all right, should I watch anime? Like, what should I do? So I just was going through other apps or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'll look at this. And I open up, I had Max open, and I found Young Justice. Now, my thing with Young Justice is we watched the first 2 seasons, and I never watched the next 2 that they released in 21 and 22. Because, I didn't have Max at the time or whatever. So I was like, oh, I did never see those. I was like, well, I could just watch those. But I remember how good season 1 and season 2 are. And you watched did you watch Young Justice?
I did.
Fucking fantastic. Is it not a fantastic
It's a great show.
It's a great show. So now I'm into Young Justice again. I just started watching that. I can't get out of this nostalgia path that I'm in, But it's so good. It hooks you so fast. Such a good episode. So now I'm stuck in Young Justice. So.
All right.
I
can't say anything. I mean, I've watched some anime, but I've not gotten into the Mighty Nine yet.
Yeah.
I forget that Amazon Prime exists. Honestly.
Here's my problem. In the winter months like this where it's cold and it's dark and it's just like, I have very lack of motivation to do anything. Like, it really zaps my motivation. It's hard for me to get into things, to do stuff, So, I muck around here, I do projects. So when I'm doing projects, I'm painting.
And you don't want to have something new that you really got to pay attention to.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to anything.
Totally get it.
I just stick stuff on. So, when I'm down here messing with that, I put it on and I just start watching it, And then at night, I get, I go upstairs, sit under the blanket, do this, Alex has school, so he's not really up late too much. In the summer and in the other months, that's when I get into, I'm going to watch a bunch of new shows, Now, Invincible's coming in March. I'll watch that, which we're about to just talk about that, aren't we?
Here in a minute, yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know. And there was a lot of stuff. I went through Peacemaker and all the other shows,
Yep.
We never finished Welcome to Derry. We didn't get to it because we've been watching fucking stupid Hell's Kitchen. I hate that show so much. I used to love that show. I hate that show now. You ever watch Hell's Kitchen?
Not really.
It's the most annoying show.
I'm not a fan, really, of Gordon Ramsay.
I love Gordon Ramsay.
I like when he's by himself. I like when he's doing cooking demonstrations. I hate him when he's calling people fucking donuts.
Well, see, he doesn't even do that anymore. He's so different from what he was years ago when he was, a shock jock and all that.
Good. Maybe I would enjoy his shit now.
He swears, but, it's not that anymore. The thing that annoys me with Hell's Kitchen is I've watched it for 15 years or whatever, right? So I know exactly what's going to happen, right? I know what's going to happen. I don't understand how the dumbass cast doesn't. And that's what makes it's so fake. It's not a reality show. There's nothing reality about it. So when they get down to the final 4 and they're like, all right, you guys are going to be taken out to eat. And then you're going to be in this, thing. Oh, wait, just step in here for a minute and wait in this room. Oh, there's an audience. We're going to cook for your lives. And I'm like, how do you not know that that's happening? So now I start yelling at the TV when I watch. I'm like, this isn't real. And Sarah's like, I can't even enjoy this with you anymore. And I'm like, oh boy. And then I go, oh, big fucking surprise. There's people behind the door. Oh, who saw it coming? I'm like, I was like, wow, what a shock. Then when they get down to the final 3, their families always show up. So now they got down to the final 3, and she's like, "Are they not going to do the family part?" I'm like, "Do you not know what the next segment's going to be? They're going to make them go in a room, and their dumbass families are going to come out." And I now am to a point in my life where I have no sympathy for anybody at all. Like, anybody at all. So when the one girl gets on and starts crying, "I didn't have a dad growing up, and my uncle was my hero." I go, "I don't care. Fuck off. I just tell me what your food is and move on. I don't want to hear a goddamn sob story." You know what I mean? Like, I don't even believe it. And then it's always been my inspiration. And when I was young, my grandmother taught me, like, no one cares. Show me your burger. Let him taste it. Fuck out of here. I don't care about all this shit. This show should be 10 minutes. Cook your goddamn food and let's get to the end. Let's get to the cooking thing. And then Hell's Kitchen will do these things for you where they try to shock you for the next episode. So it'll be like, next time on Hell's Kitchen, is she trying to sabotage the kitchen? It's like this, there's going to be this huge fight. None of it happens. So then I start yelling at the TV. None of this happens. None of this happens. This is such horseshit. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on Hell's Kitchen. But there's no one else here today.
Oh my god.
It's a dumb fucking show is what it is.
I agree.
Anyway, sorry.
You know what I miss as
What?
far as cooking shows go?
What?
The original Japanese Iron Chef.
That was a good show.
The newer one, it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the original Japanese version was, I used to love watching that late at night.
I just think they've gone, like, cooking shows have just run their course. You know, I don't know. I don't know what really else people are supposed to do with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, he's been doing this show twice a year for, like, 15 years. It's like 30 seasons of it. How many chefs does he need? Like, what do they all do? You know, like, you have so many of these, and he has so many restaurants now, you know?
Yeah.
I do think Ramsay's a pretty amazing guy he's pretty much a self-made millionaire, you know, of everything that he's done.
At this point, I don't know. He could be a fucking billionaire at this point.
Who knows? Yeah. Now,
The thing I do like about him is he is a primo car guy.
oh yeah,
He's got a ridiculous car collection.
yeah,
But other than that, I have issues with people who use power to abuse other people. And he did that for a long time.
but it's so fake. It's so fake.
I know, but I get that secondhand embarrassment shit too.
Yeah.
I don't really like watching when it's supposedly real life.
Yeah.
I don't like watching people being mean to someone else just to be fucking an asshole
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was never a fan of any of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's weird.
All right, good shit. New trailer, Invincible Season 4.
Yeah, what can you say about this?
This trailer made me
awesome.
want to go back, and because I watched Season 1 and thought it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I can't wait.
You never watched 2 and 3.
So I never watched Season 2 and 3.
Season 3 was really good.
But this trailer, I want to go back now and watch Season 2 and 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's getting right to the good stuff now. I think you know, 2 was a little slow with some of the stuff. First has the shock and awe stuff of, like, Omni-Man turning bad and all that. It shocks you.
Yeah.
2 kind of slowed down a little bit. 3, you know, gave you Invincible War and a lot of the other things. Now you're getting Thrag and all the other stuff. So, I mean, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it really does.
It does.
Dinosaurus.
Yeah. It's a great show. It's a great show. I mean, you know, the animation, the effects, everything, the voice acting. What's his name? Glenn from Walking Dead. He kills it in this.
Yeah. Yep.
He's great. Everyone's great in this show.
Yep.
Has great voice acting. The guy they have playing Thrag. Thrag's going to blow people's minds away when he gets on here. I mean, Thrag isn't just fucking... It is, like, so awesome in every level. He's like what General Zod should have been. He's so much cooler than General Zod. So much cooler.
Yeah, because you read the comics. I read a few issues of the comic, but
Yeah.
I never got into the...
The only thing that annoys me about this heating up is every fucking goof on TikTok who has to do who would win in a fight. You know, Thrag or Homelander or Superman or this part. It's so fucking annoying. It's all their content switches to power scaling versus all this, and I have the same answer every time. The Depends who's writing it.
Yeah.
That's who wins. Depends who's writing it. Because you can make a case for any little story that you want to come up with. Just enjoy it. I don't know why you have to compare.
Except for Homelander. Homelander wouldn't win.
Homelander's a pussy.
Yeah.
So the only time I ever commented on one of them was a few weeks ago, where a guy said, they do these trends now where they'll say, stop when you see a character who can beat this character. So they'll show you Homelander, and they start going through, and they show you Hawkeye, and they're like, next, he gets destroyed. Oh, Spider-Man, and you're like, move on or whatever. And then eventually you get down to the end where they show you like, Sentry, Hell Jordan, Green Lantern, Superman. Now, Batman was in there at like 3, and they were like, sorry, all you Bat lovers, he gets murdered. And I was like, you're fucking crazy. You're crazy.
No way.
Like, I'm sorry. He would prepare for this fucking guy so well. Now, don't give me it's a battle and they just show up. Batman knows things that are going on. There's no way this guy is just showing up out of anywhere and taking it. This guy's a pussy. Homelander is the biggest idiot in the world. Like, he just picks on the little... He's a bully.
Yeah.
Superman would hand this guy his ass. So would Omni-Man hand this guy his ass.
Yeah.
Easy. Sentry would beat the fuck out of this guy. I mean, yeah. He's a sis. So, I hate Homelander. I mean, he's good in the show, but like, he's such an annoying character that people think are so great.
Yeah.
All these things are just people so get angry about someone that'll beat Superman.
It's engagement.
And I go, yeah, no, sorry, it doesn't happen. Sorry, next, move on.
Little bit of anime news. Do you remember the Tom Cruise movie Edge of Tomorrow? Where
with the robot suits.
Yeah, and he would die, but then he would just wake up. Well, that's based on a novel.
Who was the girl that was in those movies with him?
Emily.
Isn't it?
It's Reed Richards' wife.
Reed Richards' wife. Yeah, yeah. From the,
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, from the Don't Talk There's Monsters Outside movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Emily Blunt. It's based on a novel called All You Need Is Kill.
Okay.
And that was supposed to be the name of the movie.
But that's a dumb name for a movie.
And it didn't test well, so they changed it to Edge of Tomorrow, which I think is equally as a dumb equally a dumb title. Anyway,
it doesn't, because it doesn't match up with the porn Edging Till Tomorrow, which lined it up at the same time. Yeah, they came out at the same time and threw everybody off.
Fuck.
Threw you off with that one, huh?
Oh, God. Anyway,
Okay.
There's a new anime adaptation in theaters right now, and apparently it's getting really, really good reviews.
All right.
So
Is Cruising in it, or no?
No, it's an anime, and it's based off... From what I read, they've moved it to Japan, obviously.
All right.
And there's a female main character, and I think it's kind of like a prequel to Tom Cruise's movie. From a story perspective, it's not like a direct prequel to the movie, but like, I think the events of the anime movie are taking place prior to. It's like what Emily Blunt's character went through before Tom Cruise showed up.
Okay.
So. But, again, I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters, but I will probably check it out if it ever hits streaming.
Yeah. I like it.
I didn't have anything else outside of our normal streaming stuff. I think we talked about Hytale coming out last week in video game news.
Yes, we did.
I did pick it up. I played it for a few hours. It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
It's good.
Toy news. You had a couple things in here. AI, what if toy lines are wild?
Well,
what the hell is
there's a new a guy out there on Instagram and TikTok. His name is The Collector 77.
Okay.
And I know people hate AI stuff, but I really have been enjoying what he's been doing, because he's been taking old cartoons that I love, or they're like old Hanna-Barbera ones, and making Marvel Legends style NECA figures of them, and doing it. It's like a toy announcement. He even puts them in packaging. He even puts them like on display at like a Comic-Con, and it's just so cool looking. I mean, it's really cool looking, some of the stuff. I gave him a shout out the other day. I made a TikTok about him. It's just really neat. It just makes me like, why can't they release these? I mean, anywhere from G-Force to the Herculoids to like The Impossible.
Was that one, that Hercules one that you said? Was that him?
That's the Collector 77.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go on Instagram, check him out. The Collector 77. He does he did a Dukes of Hazzard box set.
Jesus.
He did all kind of different things that he shows, and it's really well done. It's really cool. He'll say this is not real. This is AI generated or whatever, but he has some pretty neat things out there. I thought he was really cool. Second, talked about Super 7 releasing the Tiger Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
They are coming out in December. The first wave is T-Ray, which my son thought that was the dumbest name for a villain, who's like the Mumra Monstar guy, big dude, Manta Ray guy. I love him. Mako, who's like the Lion-O of the group, the lead guy, the Mako Shark guy, and then Octavia, which is the octopus girl.
Collector 77 just got me. Continue.
Did he get you? What did he show you?
Legend.
Yeah, he has Legend, but it looks great.
I would fucking buy those.
Yeah, you would totally buy it. Yeah, I would spend a life savings on all these things. But anyway, the Tiger Sharks, NECA's charging $65 a figure.
That's fucking crazy, man.
It is, and I said this to you at dinner. Years ago when they released the Thundercat wave, they were like $44.99 a figure. But it came with so much stuff. Lion-O came with multiple swords. Long sword, short one, different gloves, weapons. Then they would do things. Super 7 was really good with, if there was an episode where Lion-O had a special weapon, they would give you that weapon. Or, something niche like that, they would do. And it was great. I mean, the possibilities were endless with the things you could do. These are now almost $22 more, and they come with 2 heads, no weapons, one little thing, and that's it. And the packaging is reduced, but they're charging an arm and a leg for it. And I'm part of the problem because I'm going to buy them. Because it's been my dream to have the complete Rankin Bass toy line. I'm glad I have a year now because I don't have to move anything around.
Yeah.
But I'm already planning the next,
That's funny.
what's going to happen here. Because,
God, that looks incredible.
Which is it?
It's the Legend one. I fucking want it now,
Did you see what the darkness figure looks like?
Hey, why do you think I own a car with that license plate?
Is it from him?
It partially, but
Okay.
yes.
I mean, he's one of the greatest villains ever made on screen.
Tim Curry? Oh my God.
It's absolutely terrifying. Legend is an absolutely terrifying movie when you're a kid and you watch that. Because the darkness is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, look at this villain, and like, holy shit, that's the goddamn devil. Like, my God, that's on another level. Yeah. He was unbelievable. So that was toy news. Comic book news. I'm all caught up on Absolute Wonder Woman. And they had their first crossover. The book was in Absolute Wonder Woman 15, where she meets Absolute Batman. And comic books and TV shows what the trope usually is. What do they usually write stuff? It usually starts, they fight.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you? Why are you in my city? What are you doing? And all that stuff, right? The way they did this, I thought was so brilliant, and it made so much sense. Why the Absolute Universe is so good, where Wonder Woman finds out these murders are happening by, like, a witch. So, because she's a witch.
Oh.
So, Wonder Woman is an Amazon, an Absolute Wonder Woman. But instead of being raised there, the Amazons are wiped out by Zeus, and she's sent to Hell, or Hades, the underworld, with her mother, Circe. Circe is a Wonder Woman villain in regular Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Like Circe was like a magician and all that. Circe raises her there, and she kind of protects her. And so Wonder Woman learns all these different like witch things. So she's a witch, and her mother can never say the word Amazon. So when she finally breaks to the real world, she announces herself that she's of Hell, and she's a witch, and she's an Amazon. She embraces it. So she's an Amazon, but she's deep into magic, where other Wonder Woman doesn't do magic. So she does spells. She actually does a spell where she sacrificed her right arm to get out of this dimension she was in, so she doesn't have it anymore. And she does this black magic spell to bring her arm back. So in a couple scenes where there was stuff where like she was trapped, she just shut the spell off and her arm disappeared. and she goes back to having no arm again, and then brings the arm back.
That could be really convenient if they've tied you up and you just make your arm disappear and get out of it.
She was like trapped in a chain. She just was like touches it with her blood magic and it goes away. So anyway, she's a cool character. So she's like talking to Steve Trevor and her little team that she has, and because now she's Earth based, and she's like these murders happen in Gotham. She's like, is that where the Batman is? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but I think he's very territorial, and I wouldn't go messing with it or whatever. She's like, I'm gonna go talk to him, and she's like, and next I'm gonna go find that Kryptonian guy. What are they calling him again? She's like, I think we need to meet him. And so she arrives in Gotham and like basically makes this giant bat symbol in the air out of this like magic. And when Batman shows up, he's like, okay, this is new. She's like, I don't mean you any harm. I'm here to talk about some stuff, and I figured I'd bring you in on it. And he's like, sounds reasonable. And he's like, I've seen you on film, what you do. I know what you do. I'm not going to mess with you. Like, just logical conversations.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't just attack you in your own city. And I'm like, why does this make so much fucking sense? As compared to like, oh, we need to obviously fight. And then like they just kind of talk throughout the episode. They go and like take down these like this cult and do all this. And she's like, you should like do this more. Like they're just having these like normal conversations.
That's hilarious.
So afterwards they're sitting there and she's just like, thank you. And then she's like, he says something like, you know my identity, don't you? Like you were able to figure it out with your like magic. She's like, I do, but I won't say it. And he's like, what is my name then? And she's like Bruce. And he's like, okay. And then she's like, I'm Diana. And then like introduces herself, and she's like, before she leaves, she's like, we need to team up again. She's like, but first me and you need to go talk to that Kryptonian at some point. And he's like, that probably is a good idea. Like just, he's the most common sense Batman.
Which is like, so not...
What is like, I work alone and I won't do that. He's like, that would probably be a good idea. And like, just leaves, And they do, like, she has that Victoria Hale person who's like her enemy in a lot of things. She's in like league with the Joker and all that, so... She's like, they've met, they're teaming up, So the whole absolute universe is that there is no heroes. So now these three heroes are emerging and, like, disrupting the whole plan of how the universe is supposed to be. Okay. But when reading it, I was like, this is so satisfying. This is not, like, dumb.
And who's writing this? Because this is a very...
Absolute Batman is Scott Snyder, who's done Batman for years. Yes.
So that's actually a little surprising, because this is a very Gen Z coded story.
Yeah, yeah. It's
with the lot, because I mean, even we say, just have a fucking conversation,
right? And that's exactly what they did. He was like, why would I attack you? I clearly see what you can do. He's like, I'm just curious. Are you here? No, she's like, no, I'm here. I need your help. He's like, reasonable. Like he's like, that's reasonable. And she's like, oh, And I'm like, oh, okay. They just have a conversation. She's like, you're a very interesting person. You know that. And he's like, thanks. So are you. Like, they're just, like, nice to each other.
That's good.
And then she arrives back, and she's like, I like that Batman. And they're like, oh, what was he like, So it was good.
Well, because he's, like, huge, right?
Well, she's big, too. She's even bigger than him.
Really?
Yeah. He's like all 7 foot. She's like 7'3" or 7'4".
God damn.
She's a huge Amazon. Like, she's pretty big.
How's the sword? Because you were like, you thought the sword was ridiculous.
She doesn't use the sword all the time, but she brings it out, and it actually is sentient. So like,
it's sentient.
Yeah, it has like a mind of its own.
Jesus Christ, I might need to read these.
No, it's a really interesting book. I mean, like, it has some like, I wasn't able to find issue 5, 6, and 8.
Okay.
So after I read 4, I was like, you know what? I don't want to wait. I want to get to the Batman crossover and all that. So I used ChatGPT, and I said, read me the entire plot of everything that happens in Absolute Wonder Woman 5. And I said, give me the details. And she was like, story picks up after 4, where she's battling the Hydra. And then it was like, and then she goes in here, and does this, and then it ends. And she was like, you want to go to the next one? I said, no, I have the next one. Let me read it first. And then I read it, and I was like, okay, give me 7. And then she gave me 7. I was like, now give me 8. And she gave me 8. Do you need any more, Dawn? I was like, nope, I'm good. And like, but I mean, I was looking online to like find it somewhere, and I was like, why don't I just add? And it just gave me the whole story.
That's hilarious.
I was like, oh, that was pretty easy, because it's been out for a while, so I imagine that's maybe why he knows, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's a good book. She's a really, she's such a character that is like so tough and all this, but like not stubborn and just like, like makes logical sense of things. You're like, why are you gonna go do this? She's like, because I'm clearly stronger than you. Like, okay, they're all like, yeah, that makes sense. It's pretty good. So yeah, Absolute Wonder Woman's good. Absolute Superman just kicked off a whole new arc with him, where he's now living at the Kent farm. He beat Ra's al Ghul.
Superman was up against Raish.
So Superman's a quick little thing with Absolute Superman is Superman in this world, when he comes to Earth, Ra's al Ghul, instead of like Argus and all these other things, there's Lazarus is the name of the government organization.
Of course.
So Lazarus runs everything, and Lazarus is run by Ra's al Ghul, who's been alive with the Lazarus pits in all those years.
Yeah.
And Lazarus runs everything. They control like the whole country.
Because Darkseid created this universe, right?
Darkseid, yes.
Darkseid. I thought it was Seed.
It's Side. He created all this.
Okay.
And it's just despair everywhere. So these people, Lazarus, the way they torture people, they're capturing people from other countries and making them slaves, and he uses peacemakers, which are his soldiers.
Okay.
Led by Chris Smith, who's the captain of them or whatever, but he uses peacemakers. He has Brainiac, who he created, who's like his like
he created him.
It's kind of like he almost created himself a little bit, but and he creates versions of himself as like slaves and like kills them when they turn against. Brainiac's really fucking dark, really dark, but it's really interesting. Like, so the whole plot of the original story is like Raish trying to kidnap him to make him his next heir and turn him evil and embrace his whole thing and all that. And he literally declares war on Smallville and like destroys the whole entire town, almost kills all the people in Smallville. It's really bad.
Jesus.
And like Clark, well, he's not Clark. He goes and helps them and all that stuff. And then like when he at the end of this whole like beginning arc, he stays there and says like, because this Kent lady, they only were with him for like 2 months, and she dies, and she writes him a letter, and she says, if you would have stayed with us, we would have called you Clark. So like he's like, I'm gonna call myself that from now on. So he starts calling himself that. So now he stays in Smallville. Everyone in Smallville knows he's Superman, and no one fucks with the town because he's there. And he kind of like will go outside every once in a while and start saving some people. And the people of Smallville are like, you don't owe the rest of the world shit. Like, just stay here and be Clark, and we'll protect you. But then he'll be like, there's a fire over there, I need to go see it, and like now you're starting to get into other lore and stuff. And it's another great character, so it's really good. But the team up was so good. It was everything we talked about. Just have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then fight the bad guys. So, sports news.
Shit weekend.
Unfortunately, your Bills first lost a terrible game to the Broncos.
That was a fucking catch.
It was a catch. And I'll tell you why it was a catch, because we'll get into it the next night.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely a catch to me. I don't think that was an interception.
At worst, it was an incomplete pass.
Yes. Because... the next night in the Bears game, literally the same thing happened. The player from the Rams, his elbow touched the ground, and then the ball rolled into the Bears' hands, and they said it was a catch. They're like, oh, he's down. But the game before, Buffalo's receiver catches it, his knee's down, he's down, and then it gets pulled out of his hands, and they're like, it's not a catch, because he didn't make a football move. What the fuck? He's on the ground. The NFL fucking sucks. The referees suck. So bad. So, I felt bad for Josh Allen. I thought he played his heart out. But, I feel he doesn't get a lot of help from the rest of his teammates sometimes.
No.
And to make it even worse, then, Bo Nixon ends up getting hurt on, like, the last play of the game.
The kneel down.
Yeah. Well, I think he was already kind of hurting before that.
Maybe, but the kneel down is where you can see him, like, limp.
Yeah. Now he's hurt. And, the Patriots won. But you know what? Like, I kind of feel like the NFL story writers, this Stidham that's going to play for the Broncos.
Oh God!
I kind of feel like this is the new. What was the guy's? Nick Foles, the backup when he led the Eagles to a Super Bowl. Here's what changed for me: is I thought first I was like, Jared Stidham's their backup. I was like, what? Okay, whatever. They're gonna lose. New England's gonna beat them, even though it's in Denver. Then I heard Sean Payton, their coach, and he was like, Stiddy's ready to go. I was like, he has a nickname. I was like, he's not Jared Stidham, he's Stiddy. I was like, who the fuck's Stiddy? I was like, you can't dumb Stiddy. You know, now I'm like, didn't you hear the guy talking? He's like the nicest guy, and he's like, Bo's one of my best friends. I feel so bad for him. I'm going to go honor his legacy and all this. I was like, oh, something's brewing there in Denver. Something brewing. There's an NFL story right there. Stiddy takes them to the finals. I don't want to see New England in the fucking finals again in the Super Bowl. So
no,
I don't know.
Although I'm one of these idiots that's bought into this shit. It's hard to hate on Drake May.
It is. It's hard to hate on Drake May. The Patriots have won enough Super Bowls.
The organization as a whole just infuriates.
Yeah, I mean Drake May's a good kid too. There's a lot of that in the NFL right now. I mean, there's a lot of stories like that where it's hard to hate any of the guys. Seattle, I mean, Sam Dalton's been through. Darnold's been through so much. I'd love to see that kid get one too. He's not like he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And then the Rams have, Stafford. Everyone likes Matt Stafford. He's a nice guy. I hate him right now, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He helps people. He's a good dude. There's no one like Aaron Rodgers in the final. You're like, oh, this fucking guy. So that was the Bills game. Didn't go well. The Rams, the Niners got murdered in Seattle.
I couldn't believe that.
Which Seattle's going to murder the Rams in Seattle, too. I'm sorry. They're going to murder the Rams. That defense is way too good. They're going to kill him.
Yeah.
They struggled against the Bears' lousy defense. They're going to struggle here. And then the Bears game came, and like I told everybody, the cold did not matter because they all played. All right, but I don't know. You couldn't have made it worse for me to lose that fucking game. We're like, the game started, and they go right down the field, like in two plays. They're right down to the 5-yard line. I was like, oh, all right, okay. Here we go. Rome Odunze drops a touchdown right in his fucking hands in the end zone, bounces right off his chest. The next play, Caleb Williams throws an interception in the end zone. And I was like, and I went to like, and I was like, I didn't fucking like this at all. I was like, what happened here? I went from total joy to like nothing. And they had that so many times. Their idiot coach, they went for it on 4th down 3 times down in the red zone and didn't get it. On like 4th and an inch, couldn't get it, didn't kick a field goal, so they could have had all these points that could have been. I hate could have been points. Could have been points ruined. It leaves such a fucking sour taste in my mouth of like, well, the score could have been this if you had a brain in your head and you kicked field goals. So then it took me to this emotional roller coaster where they're down, they're losing, they go down to the goal line. There's like, I don't know, 5 minutes left. They can't get in on 4th and goal. I walked away. I had enough. I walked away. I was like, whatever. This is just terrible. And then I come down here and I uploaded our show from Thursday, right? And I'm just down here and I have it up on the screen. And then I just see that they tied the game. I hear Saber scream upstairs. So I go back up and I see that. Did you see the throw that he had?
No. Oh, yeah. The off balance. Probably one of the best passes it's ever.
He ran like 20, like he was playing Tecmo Bowl. Ran backwards and threw it.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And he threw it. He ran backward. He literally turned and ran the other way to give himself room. Threw it deep in the end zone and a tie. My phone went crazy. Whoa, what the fuck? The comeback Bears. Everybody's blowing me up. And I'm like, I don't even know how to process all this, right? Then they go to overtime. I'm like, oh, the Rams got the ball. They're going to score. 3 and out. I'm like, this is happening. Like, they are hot. Bang, bam, boom, right down the field. They're going right down the field. My phone's blown up. They're going to win this game, Don. They're going to win this game. I'm like, I kind of think they are. Like, then it made me to the point where I was like, I think they are going to win. Like, they just need to get in field goal range. And then, like an idiot, for some reason, Caleb Williams, who just makes maybe one of the greatest throws ever in playoff history, throws a stupid interception. And then the Rams take it down the field and score. And and it's not really might not have even been his fault because I think DJ Moore stopped running on the route and didn't complete it. But they didn't need it. He went for the home run because the past couple of games he hit the big home run ball to him and all that. They were dinking and dunking down the field. I'm like, just keep doing what you're doing to get down the 20th kick field goal.
Because they'd already had a possession. That field goal wins the game.
Field goal wins the game. Like, just keep going. Run the ball. You got 6 minutes. Just go easy. And he throws this superhero ball, and it was picked, and I was like, and I just walked back downstairs, and then the Rams kicked a field goal and win, And then my phone went nuts. Everyone was texting me. That's a horrible ending. Oh, it's heartbreaker. It went from positive to I must have had 25 text messages, right? And I was
Not one for me.
I was like, I don't want to talk to any of these fucking people right now. I literally hit select all, just deleted all of them. I didn't respond to any of them. I was like, I don't talk to anybody. I know they lost. And I said this to you guys earlier in the chat. The only there's 5 people that didn't reach out to me. 2 are my parents, because my parents know. Leave him. My dad said to my mom said, oh, I'm going to call him. My dad said, you leave him alone for a week. He said, do not bother. He said, do not bother him. Give him at least a week. Do not bother him. She called me 2 days later. He was like, nope, don't talk to him. He was like, he don't want to talk to anybody right now. Neither would I. And then my 3 podcast buddies, I didn't get a single sorry, bud, how all that sucked. And I said, that's why I love you. Because you know that he is mad right now. Yeah. And the last thing he wants to hear is, that was a tough one, Don. I fucking know it was a tough one. I don't want to hear it. So then I was so raged out, I went out and just raged on Facebook. I haven't Bears raged in a while.
No, you haven't.
But I was like, I fucking hate Caleb Williams, a goddamn coach, and all these people.
You did not say that you were no longer a fan, though.
No, I just said this is just, my thing was I'm sick of hearing, you should be happy. They had a really good year. You should be happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy that they had a really good year. Am I happy that they had a better year? Yeah. But there was a lot of things that went their way. When you get lucky and you win a lot of games that kind of go your way, it's supposed to be your year. And it was supposed to be that game. That game was there. You gave it to them.
Yeah.
You could have. Now, they probably would have got their ass kicked in Seattle this week. But you're still in the NFC Championship game. At least it gives you one more week of joy.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to hear it. I needed to get my feelings out. And then people, were like, I have a cousin who, he's like, oh, stop being such a baby about it. And he was like, you're going to call me. And I'm like, don't try it. Don't. No one got a text message back. My one cousin Amy called Saber and was like, is he okay? I texted him and he didn't answer. She was like, he's not okay. She's like, he's not gonna have a heart attack or anything. Like, no, he's just not all right. But only 5 people got it. Well, my kids knew. They didn't call me either. They knew, I'm not gonna. Well, Xander called me 3 days later and was like, do you want to talk about it now? I'm like, yeah. It's disappointing. Sports is rough.
Yeah.
So, we'll watch these games now. I kind of hope Denver wins.
Yeah, that's fine.
Honestly, I really wouldn't care. All 4 of them are not emotionally connected to any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have any direct hatred for any of. I kind of hate New England, so I guess I'm rooting for Denver in the AFC.
If the Bills were still in it, I would have definitely been pulling for the Bills.
Oh yeah, I would have loved to be rooting for the Bills.
How didn't they go and fire their coach?
And the owner and the GM.
Idiots.
Did you see any of that press
I saw it. They are fucking assholes.
God.
Assholes.
Just fucking.
He was like, how about these numbers? And reads off a bunch of numbers. He was like, that's all this owner had a fit like me. He got mad that they lost, so he just wanted some blood. Yeah. So he wanted a head to roll. He fired one of the best coaches in the NFL. Good luck finding a guy that's going to replace him. Yeah. Good luck finding him. Because he had brought out the best in that team through injuries and everything else.
And again, the only losing season he had was his first season, which was Josh Allen's rookie season.
Right. And they fired that dude. That was ridiculous.
Now, I have heard some things that are unconfirmed, and at this point, I think probably not true.
Okay.
But I had seen a couple places reporting that the day after he got fired, he reached out to the Steelers. Not just oh, hey, I'd like to come interview for you. allegedly, he reached out to the Steelers with like a whole fucking PowerPoint presentation on his ideas for reforming the defense and getting them back to being the steel curtain.
If Pittsburgh was smart, they should throw the bag at that guy.
They should. But they're not going to, because they don't hire existing head coaches. They're going to they're waiting for the Rams to lose so that they can interview Shula and their other, the other guy with a really long name that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
They want a young defensive coordinator.
I don't know why. This McDermott, I mean, what a coach he would be. And he's not that old of a guy that you couldn't get some time out of him.
No, I agree. I think he would be a fantastic choice. But actually, I think it, realistically, depending on how long it takes, like if the Rams make it to the Super Bowl, they may go ahead and hire somebody without interviewing either of those two coaches.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's going to be Brian Flores. Now, if the Rams get out this weekend and they can interview next week, then Shula and the other guy have a legitimate opportunity.
Unless Seattle lays a fucking egg, I don't know how they don't beat up the Rams up there.
I agree.
Yeah, because they beat the shit out of the 49ers.
The 49ers were beat to shit.
Yeah, but they beat the shit out of them.
They beat the rest of the shit out of them.
They beat the rest of the existing shit. Harbaugh signed with the Giants.
Yeah, which we talked about last week, and then I got a conflicting thing at the end, but he ended up
He did. He's official with the Giants.
And then I just saw at dinner tonight, the Ravens have hired the Chargers defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter.
Which, I mean, you go from John Harbaugh to Jesse Minter. Let's see how that works out for you.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Fucking Ravens owner.
Kevin Stefanski from the Browns ended up going to Atlanta.
Okay.
Which, you know, it's interesting. Nothing for Tomlin.
Tomlin, I think he turned down even talking to anybody else.
Tomlin is only in the news, especially in Newcastle news, that he has a baby in Newcastle, which is so fucking ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad about it the other day, and I was like, that Tomlin rumor is so stupid. I was like, first of all, I don't even know why it's anybody's business or why anybody needs to know if whatever happened or whatever. You know, and then people are like, I've seen Newcastle women who are like, well, he's a pig, and then, you know, if he did that, I'm like, look, I don't know this guy. Like, I know... Maybe he made a fucking mistake and got horny one night and did something. Does it make him the worst dude in the world? No, I'm not in his life. I don't know what the hell he goes through or what his relationship's at. I could care less if he got a girl pregnant and had a baby. So my dad was like, no, I heard that it's Tomlin's son that got the girl pregnant. And I was like, what? I didn't hear that. He was like, yeah, your mother told me. I was like, all right. The only resource that you got this from is Patty Biordi in Newcastle. So I said, put her on the phone. I said, where'd you get this from? I saw it on Facebook. I was like, this is not true. I don't know where you saw this at, but like the girl has been named in a lot of posts, Newcastle posts. I'm not going to say her name because what they're saying online is ridiculous to this poor girl. Leave her the fuck alone. She had a baby. It's none of your business who she had a baby with.
Exactly.
It's none of your business what Mike Tomlin does with his dick when he's not coaching. It doesn't matter. Sorry.
It's none of your business what Mike Tomlin does anywhere outside of the Steelers facility.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know. Now, if the story was like, oh, you know, he sexually assaulted somebody or something bad like that, obviously, then yeah, that's terrible. But if he cheated on his wife with somebody, it's not my business.
And she certainly seems to be still very supportive of him, so...
Yeah. People are dumb.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh, well. So...
We got one wrestling topic.
Well, I had two. So this one came up. I thought this was pretty funny. Braun Strowman, who no longer works for the WWE... Maybe 2018, I guess it was, somewhere around there. When they first started going to Saudi Arabia, it was one of their first things over. They had Crown Jewel over there. They had this thing called the Greatest Royal Rumble that they really tried to promote. That it's going to be, this was like in June, so you just had the Royal Rumble in January. The Greatest Royal Rumble had 50 men in it instead of 30. Now, there was a Royal Rumble once where they did 40 men, and Alberto Del Rio won it. They switched that. The original Royal Rumble was 20 men, then it went to 30. Then once went 40. They're like, this is too fucking long, because now they have the women's, so they did 30. So they did this one in Saudi Arabia where it was 50, and they had everyone you can think of came into this Royal Rumble, right? Just people showing up all over the place, and there's a lot of crazy things that happened during it. But Braun Strowman won it. Okay. And after he won it, they gave him this giant green title belt. So it was a green leather strap, and it had a big gold head on it, and gold and all this. And for like maybe a month, he carried it. So he'd show up on Raw with this title belt and all that. And people would be like, is he going to defend it? Or like, what do you do with that? You know, like, what is this? And then they just got rid of it. You've never seen it again. So now they say that Braun Strowman has been greatest Royal Rumble champ for 2,800 days, 2,820 days, beating Bruno Sammartino's record by like 10 days. Because Bruno Sammartino was champ for like 8 years back in the old days of the WWF. So I thought that was really funny. And it's a total joke. But of course, wrestling fans, mad. Yeah, like the guy posted this picture of it, and people were like, "You know, that's not true. He never defended it." And people were like, "Wow, jokes go right over your head. Like it's a joke. Obviously, it doesn't matter anymore, but it was funny. You know." WWE was in the news a lot because they have a show called WWE Unreal. It's on Netflix. Okay. So when the first season of it came out, it's supposed to be we pull the curtain back and they break. You know what wrestling kayfabe is? Where kayfabe is all the story in the ring. I don't like you, you don't like me. When you break kayfabe, it's me and you. They see us at a bar and we're friends. Yeah. And they're like, you're breaking kayfabe. In the 80s, 90s, you never did that. If me and you didn't like each other on camera, we wouldn't talk to each other unless we were in a private room and no one was around, no cameras. So now, you know, everyone knows wrestling's fake. So this Unreal show, they show you them planning WrestleMania and planning everything. If you believe that that's real, you're a fucking idiot. Because they have a camera crew recording you. So, of course, when the camera crew's on you, you're going to say, oh, we're going to make a controversial thing or whatever. It's still fake. It's not real. There's no way if something bad really happened that they're going to record it and show it to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they have all these moments to feel so staged to me where they're like, and people react to it like it's so awful. So a couple of things that popped up were they showed you, everyone loves this wrestler, LA Knight. Triple H is like yelling at him about something. And they're like, oh my God, he should quit. Look at what he's dealing with. And then the little Asian girl, Io Sky, who everyone thinks is so adorable and cute and everything. She's a great wrestler. When she won her match, in the back, she ran up and jumped on Triple H and wrapped her legs around him. Now,
they're having an affair.
Now, she does that to like Rhea Ripley. She'll jump up and wrap her legs around Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley holds her. So she jumped up, and Triple H, his arms didn't go on her ass. He just kind of held her, and she laughed, and she said, "Thank you so much. You know, I love you." People were like, "Oh my God, Triple H is cheating on Stephanie. He's a pig. He's an asshole. Oh, he's this. He's doing that." All these things broke out because of these conversations we have. The thing that annoys me the most about WWE Unreal. Now, you just listened to me on this show for like 2 hours here, right? I swear all the time. I say fuck all the time, right? Especially when I'm upset. These guys, every other word is the F word. And I don't understand why. Like, this is the conversation Triple H had with a wrestler sitting there talking. He's like, you know, you fucking get up, you fucking hit him, he fucking hits you, and you fucking punch him, and you're like, what the fuck? Then he fucking hits you.
And you know he doesn't talk like that in real life.
Why are you talking like that? Like, you know, you fucking, and it's everybody. So the girls, everybody, everything is F this, F that, F this. It's and even his like producers on the show. The one guy's name is Bobby Roode. He's a producer. He's like, yeah, he'll fucking like choking, like fucking. And I was like, he's doing it too. And the comments are people like, is everyone in this organization just swear constantly? It's a really weird show, but I don't like it. I don't watch it. I just see the clips of it. But anyway. Bunch of other stuff happened. Nothing too exciting in wrestling this week, but they were overseas. So the daytime Monday Night Raws that are on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because they're in Belfast, Ireland, those are now done. And that's it. Any breaking news?
No, that's what I was just kind of trying to look through real quick, and I'm not seeing anything super interesting.
Me and you did it again. 2.5 hours.
Insane.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, I didn't realize it was 11:15.
I know, it's fucking 11:15.
Or, I'm sorry, 11:45.
Yeah, I wish it was 11:15. Christ. All right, say goodbye then. No breaking news.
All right, later, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe, invite. We just did 2.5 hours. Give us some fucking love.
I know. Without the pickles. Next week, you're not even going to have me or him. But you might have the pickles. You never know. But stay tuned. We'll see you later. Kiss your mother in the mouth for me, all that stuff later.